Yeah, you beat this
And then
grab someone's
stealing it.
peasant and then steal them. Yeah, to be fair.
Yeah, I think we have a good business plan right here.
Yeah, I think we were set up for we've got a 10-year plan, which eventually evolves into the point where dogs can vote.
Yes, that's the world I want to live in.
You probably vote more, reasonably than most people.
Well,
So
I
that's
mean,
fine.
they would just vote at random, which means
More
Yeah,
balls
probably.
for the people
Yeah.
and sticks.
You know what? I'm actually starting to think that the thing with this is that it does actually all just go into Lake Zarevich.
it just all
Yeah,
goes in
since
there,
there's
and then
mountains around
because
everything.
because this place is also mountains, so it wouldn't go
Yeah.
up.
They must be the highest, unless that's
No,
literally
it always goes
Unless-
down. This is the lowest part.
right. So the next point of call is to go into town and try and get a map that has the contour lines on it. So
Okay, I'm going to tell you this now as a DM. That doesn't exist.
you need to know where the lowest point on this map is, how steep those hills are.
I will tell, since it's all coming from mountains, the left part's coming from a mountain, this part's coming from a mountain. This Lake Zarevich seems to be the lowest point.
Well, I mean, when you think about it, this mountain range here is there's big cliffs and stuff. This is probably the highest point. It runs off down to here, and
but there's no rivers.
These mountains could well, no, but in general, because the water's running down from here, still down. It runs down here, so it could just be this lake is at the same height of the base of these mountains.
I think I'm making the call that this is the center. All rivers lead to Lake Zarevich.
Oh, it's just
yeah, makes sense since you have
apart from this one, which it's just another they pull here and they go either left or right, and it splits.
Yeah.
So everything goes to the lake.
Everything goes to the lake.
So we can go to Crestsec then, and then take the boat.
What I don't get is this section.
This
here,
is just a little
lake here.
Yeah.
Okay. It goes both up and down.
Wait, there's a waterfall somewhere.
It starts here and it drops left and right.
Yeah, there's
but
waterfalls
this bit
down here, so...
that's another waterfall. It keeps going down.
This isn't necessarily that it's going up and then down again. It's just that it's bending, curving round. It's still all going down. It's just that
it's worth noting that there's not as if there's enough satellite imagery to tell that this is exactly what the map looks like, because
I want exact locations.
I mean, you're going to have to invent satellites then. Do you think you can do that? Technically, you are a satellite.
Be a satellite.
I could be a satellite, but
can you fly high enough to be able to get a true top-down view of it?
You just get really tired. Yeah.
I think I'd get pretty knackered. I'm a bird, but I'm a big bird.
We should have just.
You don't see ostriches just flying around.
That's the problem, though. We should have taken the event. We should have as soon as we started falling, just whip out a pen and paper and start sketching what we see down below.
Yeah.
Quickly, oh. Maybe that's what this person did. They really quickly drew a map, then hit the floor. That's what it's all over it.
Than we did.
They were really dedicated to being a cartographer, and then
that explains all the blood and stuff on the map.
I know, right?
Yeah. They got the basics, and then someone just put all the fluff clouds grabbing people and stuff.
Did it remove the clouds, by the way? I think is it gone?
They still show up.
Why those exist? They don't exist for me.
It's just at the top. They're just lights that just move across the map.
I don't understand it. I thought I managed to turn it off.
Yeah, look at the stream on my I'm streaming on Discord. You can see how it looks on my screen.
I think you showed me before. I know what it looks like. It's just. I thought I managed to change it. Doesn't matter. Fuck it.
I mean, it would be a cool effect if it wasn't squares moving around.
Right? That's the weird.
What, Jude? Come look at my screen because it looks really fucking cool. You can also have flapjack.
Are you giving away your snacks?
I have so many snacks.
waffle potato.
Welcome. Hello. See?
Is it really subtle?
Look at that.
Yeah,
that's
it's quite
lovely.
subtle, actually.
It just kind of glows in. Sometimes it gets a little bit bright in one section, like the sunshine.
Yeah, that's pretty good. But like, because if you look at Fubs' stream, it's terrible.
It's so bad. I don't know why.
Jude sounds like a different person on your microphone, by the way.
Yeah, is that Sim?
Wait, what?
He sounds.
Wait,
so
that voice. Who was that? Was that Sim?
No, it was Judd.
That was my
Oh
brother.
wait, it was. Oh, what the hell? He
He
sounds
just sounds-
completely different person.
Sounds like a different person on your
Yeah,
microphone.
exactly.
So strange.
Yeah, I know. He didn't even close my door properly. The little shit. Where is he?
So the secret about Judd is he has like a female voice, but he has like a converter on his own microphone. But
Wait,
he'll-
what's this?
he'll-
I can debunk that. You
Always
just sound like a
forgets.
woman on your sister's mic.
Oh, okay then. Thank you. Okay.
Don't know why. You just-
Maybe it's not that
Or-
I sound like a woman. It's that my
or-
sister sounds like a
yeah.
man.
Oh, there we go.
She
Sorry,
has a
sorry for outing.
converter. Yeah, exactly. That could be as well.
I would really like to point this out that
Oh, really?
it is definitely I sound like a man. You didn't close my door properly, Jude.
Yes, I did.
You didn't.
Yes, I did.
I'm looking
It's
at
just
it.
it
and
changed its mind after I left. Okay, like
Come back right now and fix it.
I will
Where
do it.
are you still?
Well, he might be stuck somewhere.
We might just have like a shorter thing, I guess. Unfortunately.
Yeah, like let's not hurry. We can just. He's gonna show up
gonna-
eventually, I guess.
I'm gonna try whispering through Facebook, but he's not a real Facebook kind of guy.
Yeah, I sent him a message as well, just in case. But
I actually have Storm on Facebook as well, I think. We have that Friends Laying Dragons group on Facebook.
when I wake up.
Yeah, it's sent, but not delivered. So yeah.
He's been captured. He's being held at the bar,
Against his
forced to
will.
have another pint. Oh no!
He's
Poor
responding.
lad.
Oh, he is. He's on his way.
He's on his way.
Whoa!
Yo. Did he forget?
I think so.
Very possible.
I like that. Alright, now need to close my door.
Like I said, it was the door. It wasn't me.
Oh, fight you. Don't try me.
Be right back.
Oh, actually, that's something. In the character sheet, Jude,
Mhm.
in inventory, there's like a carry weight at the bottom.
Yep.
I've got a feature that increases my carry weight.
Yes. I mean, to be fair, I do not really think about carry weight too often. It just think it slows things down. But what we could do is just, if you want to, we can replace it with something else. So
No,
like,
I just don't know if there's
lifting
like
things.
I don't know if there's
a way to change it.
a menu that can like say, oh, I'm a large character in terms of carry capacity, but I don't know where.
Where's the
There should be
carry
something we'll have to
capacity?
do,
Is this
but-
thing at the bottom? It's only 1 out of
Yeah, it's
135.
the bar on inventory. Like it's 71 out of 135 for me.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I've got
fine,
no
that's
clue,
fine.
honestly. I think we'll just
Alright, yeah. I'll just. I mean, I didn't notice it last time.
Mhm. Oh, I use a little like Santander bank booklet to keep track of like D&D notes.
Oh yeah.
Just because it's a nice little thing that I can use to like write shit down. Not the intended use.
Oh, here we go. I found it.
Oh, I should
There's
probably.
there's a tick for it called powerful build.
Oh, cool. Where is this?
It's on the attributes page. There's a special traits button bottom right. You hit the setting thing on that, and you can apply like like the alert feats and stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
you can also add global bonuses for damage.
Diamond Soul, Advantage on Initiative, Alert Feat, Jack of all trades, Deserving Feat, all that sort of stuff. That's nice. Weapon crit threshold, special spell crit threshold. And you can just get global bonuses for like.
So Storm was online and now it's off. What's happening?
Panicking.
That means that if you get a buff that says, "Oh, you now deal plus 1d4 damage,"
Or a debuff.
on attack roll. Yeah. You just rather than just going, "Oh, well, I'll roll my normal roll and then type it in." You just
That's nice.
slap it in there and applies it. Quite cool.
Oh my god, there's 9,000 in queue into Firemar today. 9 fucking thousand.
So many people.
Suddenly, I can carry 140 extra pounds of weight.
Whoa, he's so strong.
Look
is
what
quite
the
strong.
cat dragged in.
Big.
Hey.
That's a storm.
There he is.
I was supposed to take a nap because I'm a bit sick, and I thought I would wake up like after half an hour, and it turned out to be 3 hours. So
Yes, you needed it.
Yeah, that's what. In that case, you did just need the nap.
That's understandable.
Oh, anyway, I'll be all here. Is everyone here? Georgia?
Welcome. Hi.
Hello.
I think we're all here.
We are all here. Okay.
Storm needs to load in, doesn't he?
Yes.
Wait, Georgia, make sure your voice thing is on.
It is on, but I'm eating stuff.
Oh,
Right.
So we're starting every session with you just eating and just mumbling.
I'm actually gonna stop the stream on Discord because my PC is lagging at the moment.
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead.
we don't have
Nobody
anyone
else.
extra, so.
Yeah.
If someone joins, I can always slap one on.
I'm recording it though, so I will upload it on YouTube after.
I've been recorded the first 30 minutes of not being able to.
I've been recording for 12 minutes. I think I started just in the end of the stealing dogs.
Okay then.
Oh, shame we missed on that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I started it because I was like, this is probably fun to have on the recording.
Now everyone's gonna know our master plan.
No one will know.
Everyone's gonna know.
No,
They're gonna come to us
at the end. It was at the end. It's fine.
Yeah.
When
They'll
the
know
dogs
there's something
disappear, they're gonna
about
come to
dogs.
us right away.
Yeah. And if we ever mention dogs in the campaign and all start giggling, they'll never know. They'll be like, "What? Why the fuck are they giggling?"
A true inside joke.
Oh man, sucks. The little thing I used to keep track of where I was in the booklet just fell out.
Oh.
Look at booklets come with string for that exact reason.
Alright, I'm ready.
We'll wait
Awesome.
for Storm to connect in.
Okay.
yeah, sorry. Like my internet is. I'm in an hotel. It's super bad. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're not home.
Alright.
You're
Where are you?
embarrassed.
No,
Paris.
I'm actually in Groningen. I'm in Groningen right now.
Oh. Mr. Fancy Job, being everywhere around the world.
Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah, Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah. Exactly. So, but I'm logging in, and it's getting more stable. It seems so. It should be there soon.
That shouldn't be a huge amount of.
Once you're loaded in,
activity.
it shouldn't take too much, other than loading like new areas. But
Mhm.
it was only loading like PNGs in it, so.
Yeah, if it's slow, I'll just switch to like my phone. Should also work. But I'm in now, so.
Okay then. Well, either way, while you're loading up, we might as well go over quickly what happened last time. Does everyone has like a decent idea of what happened last time?
Fell out of the sky.
You fell out the sky.
Met
You
an old lady.
You met an old lady. Yes. You also returned a kid to her parents.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's true, we did do that.
You did do
Well,
that.
we were when we fell out the sky. It was quite traumatizing, to be honest.
Wait,
I got
you
got
can't
quite
really
wet.
say that. You're a bird. You should be used to it.
But I got wet.
Wet feathers is not a good thing.
Ugh.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
horrible.
to be fair, yeah.
So, but you guys fell out of the sky? That's okay. Is that...
Oh yeah, he hasn't actually really. Well, to be fair, we'll have this talk in a little bit. Either way, you fell out of the sky, and you ended up taking a girl back to her parents on the other side of Valaki. You walked through Valaki for a little bit, and talked to one guard for like a while as he just gave you a rundown of the rules, specifically about making sure that you don't talk about Strahd, not by name at least. You have to call him the devil.
And apparently, people turning up out of nowhere, out of thin air, is quite normal. So,
Not necessarily normal, but it's
Not normal,
happened
but
before.
it happens. People weren't really that. They're just like, oh, it's.
It happens as far as it's the sort of thing where no one's seen it, but everyone's heard it happen, sort of thing.
Ooh.
The known thing that happens.
And it's just a part of life here, for the most part.
Yep, and we can't leave.
You got to the Vistani camp, and they gave you a brief rundown, effectively saying that you are not allowed to leave, and that they can't take you with them when they do. Apart from that, you ended up having a little bit of you got your fortunes told, and talked to an old woman, Granny Ava. And I think you ended up staying, like, you arrived like on one day, you stayed the night, and then on the next day you had the fortune telling, you stayed another night. So this is technically the third day for you. Specifically, you never asked, but I'll just tell you now that this is the fifth day of the first tenet, is what they call it.
First tenet. Is that like a month?
Tenet. Well, maybe. It depends. You didn't get the exact details.
Oh, right.
Is it their equivalent of a month?
I don't know. We didn't get the exact details.
Say, sort of didn't cross my mind to think that these people in like whatever dimension this is don't go by months and days.
They have a completely different calendar. It's not too complicated, so don't worry about it. Either way, fifth day of the first tenet. At this point, you guys decided it's probably a good idea to go back to Valaki and start getting some more information.
Well, there was someone in there that could possibly give us a little walk to wherever we're going next.
When it came to finding someone who could give you directions or at least be your guide, from one place to another, you would probably find the Blue Water Inn to be a good place to look.
Yeah. I think we're just going to head there because it was like we're either going to need to get someone to give us a boat to go across to the Mad Mage or someone to walk us through the forest to get to.
But we ended on going to, or like we were supposed to go to that inn because there was like a friendly. Right. So.
Yeah.
I guess we need to figure out what adventures we're going to. I am very curious about the Mad Mage, and I really like the idea of going by boat from Kresik, I mean.
So we have one person who wants to take the boat down to Kresik. Everything goes to
yeah, I think what a good plan would be is if we can get a guide to take us to the Tower of Mystery, have a little sneaky peek at that. Move on to Kresik, then go downriver to Mad Mage.
Why would we go to Kresik?
There was someone there, wasn't there?
Part of your fortunes have pushed you in that direction. The one.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, it was the fortunes.
It also feels like it makes sense for us to go up to the Mad Mage sooner rather than later, just because he's kind of out of the way of everything. So, I feel like it makes sense, like, he might send us somewhere else that, like, we have to go anyway, so...
Yeah, that's true.
Remember, he is called the Mad Mage.
Yeah, but it's, like, at this point, like, it's clearly that something powerful is keeping here that we're not up...
and he seems...
That we can't do anything about it, and... He's the direct adversary of this power that is keeping us here.
Yeah.
And we already saw him, so we are like naturally curious, I guess.
And he also reached out to us in some sort of helpful way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he seems to be the only person that's against Strahd so far. Everyone's just like, yeah, Strahd's like, alright.
So since our main motive is to get out of here, it like kind of makes sense that we go to that place and actually go look for him. If we'll find him, that's something different. But
yeah.
I think that's a good plan. Go see the Mad Mage, see what you can actually tell us.
So you're going Mad Mage first or Kresik to Mad Mage?
I think Mad Mage first.
I think Mad Mage makes the most sense.
Mad Mage first is your current aim.
Am I already part of this party now, or am I still sort of like?
No, you're not. We're going to introduce you.
That's what I was thinking of.
You're fine as a player to be listening on these sort of things. We're not going to like say close your ears, just not talk about it, and then like hold your hands up your ears.
So I was like, you guys know way more than I do.
In any case, you decide that probably the best way to do that is to go off to the Blue Water Inn, I'm assuming.
And someone to give us a boat.
And I need to find a shirt for my halfling because he's freezing. If we're going to the mountains,
wait, you got a shirt in the.
You got given a shirt, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did. Nice.
You got a shirt.
Why would you need a shirt, man? It's even better.
Because he was nipple naked.
Yeah, it's been raining and I was naked and it's been terrible.
To be fair, if it's raining, I don't really want to be running around like with no shirt on, just completely wet. Then again, that is quite hot.
Well, you have to remember I'm a halfling as well, so hot is, I don't know if that's a fetish you have.
It does depend on the climate here. Is it quite cold?
The place, it's hard to say whether or not it is exactly cold. I guess you know that it's going on towards autumn based off of when people told you that like what the date was. But it's because of that, it's getting colder. For the most part, it doesn't really get hot here. It's just always at least at the very maximum damp. At its very best.
Of course, we're just back in the UK.
Kind of, yeah. Like right now, it feels like the
UK.
Boris Johnson not letting us leave in his
car. We're in Scotland. I knew it.
There's just mountains everywhere. Should have known.
I know, right? Boris Johnson is preventing you from leaving.
Actually, I can see a windmill. I think maybe we're
like
in
Scotland
the Netherlands.
And the European Union all over again.
There's a windmill though, so it's Netherlands.
Maybe.
Very true.
So since we're in the outskirts of Valaki right now, I'd say we'd go ahead and walk to the town already.
Yeah.
Walking as a group, you end up going towards the town until eventually, when you do reach the front gate, there's been a rotation of guards at this point. You walk up and you start talking to them, and it's just a little bit of a simple manner as you show them the note from one of the previous guards.
Yeah.
The guard that you are talking to does say I will remind you, you do have to make sure that those weapons you get them registered with the mayor himself. I know you were out of town for like 2 days, but still, you need to get that done at some point. The longer you leave it, the more likely you are to get get in trouble.
What do you mean, register the weapons?
I need to make sure that the mayor is aware of all the weapons, because he likes to be in charge of these sort of things. Make sure that no one's walking around with something they don't know how to use, sort of thing.
Did you point us in the right direction to go and do that?
That's fair. I mean, and he ends up he tells you where it is. Basically, in terms of its relation to the Blue Water Inn, he tells you to go to the central sort of crossroads, because there's one main road going through the center from west to east. Then a road that goes north up towards the gate, which you used to get in. He said just to go towards the crossroads and take it north. The Blue Water Inn is it's further off to the east, but it's just like a little ways off. Technically, you could go to Blue Water Inn and quickly go back up if you wanted to, or you could just go all the way up there and then come back to Blue Water Inn.
I think it might be best, just in case something happens, like a bar fight or something stupid, that we have our weapons registered and we don't just get arrested.
Yeah, let's go to the town hall quickly then. Is there something like a town hall where the?
Well, no. There's the burgomaster's mansion. He's not. No, the mayor is sort of a what we call him, but he's technically called the burgomaster.
Yeah. He's the big boy. That has all the
what's
money.
the word?
Burgomaster.
Burgomaster.
Burgo. Burgo.
I'm picturing like mayor of Lake Town, sort of.
Burgo.
I guess so, yeah.
Burgemeester. Ah, wow.
Burgomeister.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Burgomeister.
No idea.
Burgomeister. Yeah, Burgemeester. Holy shit.
Just from German, okay.
Yeah.
What does it mean?
It means mayor.
Mayor.
Yeah,
mayor in German.
Yeah.
It means master of burger, and burger is like citizen. So.
Oh, okay.
In Swedish, it's borgmästare.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
So let's go to the Burgomeister.
Let's do it.
Okay, sure. So while you're walking through the area itself, there are people walking around, and it seems like maybe word has sort of spread a little bit about you. People people do know that, like, as you pass by, they give you like little looks and then go back to their conversations. The area itself is it's full of like a lot of things off to the side that seem a little bit odd, kind of in the sense that like they like festival things, like large wooden structures and stuff that have been set to the side or like start being gathered into piles. Because you remember someone talking about there being a festival a few days back. So from currently about 5 days ago is when it would have been. Some people who are in the stockades were people who refused to participate in the festival. So for whatever reason, they seem to take their festivals quite highly here. In any case, most of the guards around are like fairly well. They're well dressed and they keep themselves quite tidy. But for the most, like everything's quite spick and span. You do see as you walk along that there are like a few altercations between guards and people. It's you might maybe if you try and get close enough without them noticing, you can overhear. But unless you do that, you're just all you're going to hear is just ramblings. In any case, you eventually, after taking his orders, start moving up towards the north and get to the Burgomaster's mansion, which is a lot taller than the rest of the around at the very least.
Ooh.
Burgomaster.
Burgomaster.
Oh.
Burgermaster.
Burgermaster indeed.
Burgermaster.
Master of burgers.
Master of the burgers.
I thought you said burglar master first. I was like, okay.
I was thinking the same thing.
That's my horrible accent.
The burglar.
Burglar master.
It's Lord of the Rings. Master burglar.
In any case, eventually you get to the place is taller than the or at the very least it seems to be a little bit more a little bit better kept than some of the places around. You have walked into a bit of the richer side of the village. As with most of the gardens around here, they don't seem to be particularly well kept. Like there's not like any vibrant plants or anything like that. Most of it is just quite dull grays and browns.
Ooh, nice.
But beyond, there's two people standing outside, one guard on either side, and who are just standing watch for the most part.
Mine hasn't loaded in yet. I can't see anything.
Yeah, it takes a while.
It may take a while.
Quite slow.
Seems to do it one person at a time as well.
Mm.
For whatever, because I was at like 98% for.
Yeah, same.
I saw
there we
everyone
go.
else join. And I was like, oh, I guess
Yeah.
wait my turn.
Same here, yeah.
I can see it now.
Okay.
But I guess we just try to enter, right? Come up to the guard.
Okay. Sure. Who's at the front? Who's talking?
I would like to say hello.
Okay.
Hello.
There's your answer.
Yeah.
Are you these the newcomers?
Yeah, we're new in town. We've got some weapons that we needed to run by the Burgomaster, and we'd like to just run them by him.
Oh yeah. He turns around, knocks on the door, says, "Burgomaster, someone's here to register." Takes a little bit, but eventually someone there's a little bit of movement on the other side until eventually man comes up and he opens the door. As he does, you can hear a little bit more of what's going on inside. It seems to be just a gathering of a few women who just seem to be sat around in a circle with some books or something like that. Either way, he's opens it and says, "Oh, hello! It's so nice to finally meet you. I've heard some things about some of the guards. You seem to be quite well. You were quite nice to them for the most part. And, the man you're talking to is not necessarily the tallest person in the world, but he tries to keep himself very straight for the most part. His entire structure is a little bit wiry, a little bit bony. But the weirdest part about him is his face, because he's got a constant, very over the top sort of smile on him, very all teethy, all grin, almost constantly while he's talking.
His teeth well kept, or has he got bad teeth?
For the most part, you can see one of them is missing.
Oh, okay, not too bad then.
But he looks up and he's looking you all up and down, and his actions are very over the top. He moves his hands as he speaks, which is in sort of stark contrast to the sort of reserved, like almost if they don't really give a shit kind of actions that the guards around him keep. But yeah, he's just like, well, if you're here to register your weapon, just give me a moment. I'll go and grab my book. I'll just keep everything all spick and span. I'm sure it won't be too long after all. Comes out, he runs out in for a second, comes back out, and he starts sort of going over you one at a time. He's like, well, do you mind all just giving me your names, and then I'll put down whatever weapons that you're planning on using around town, just so that all of the guards are aware, just in case so they don't lash out irrationally or anything like that. Oh, not that either of you would, of course. You're both upstanding soldiers. Anyway, but who wants to go first? Is it like?
All right, I've got some things on me. I've got this bow.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got a sword as well, long and short, both varieties, depending on what you're feeling. I got my own personal rapier. You know, I can't read. I carry some other things that you could consider a weapon, depending on your mind state. Really, I've got 30 foot of rope.
Oh well, I suppose. I mean, if I declared that a weapon, a lot of the people in town would unfortunately have to show that they had some skill with a rope. So I think you are quite fine about this. It's all good.
Yeah.
Okay. What was your name again?
I'm Quetzal.
Quetzal. Yes.
Yes, lovely to meet you.
Yes. Oh yes, I introduced my name. My name, of course. Most people in town tend to know my name, so I don't really introduce myself. My name is Vargas Valakovic. Vargas is fine. Just that's perfectly.
Vargas.
It's lovely to meet you, Vargas.
Hello, Vargas.
Lovely to meet you.
I would like to point out that these sharp boys that are coming out my hands, if you could call them that.
Well, if I could drag you away for those, that would be quite unfortunate. Don't worry, that's perfectly fine.
They are pretty sharp.
Yes, as long as you don't go around attacking anyone with them, I think we'll be fine.
Well, that's all I got, sir.
Hey, well,
thank you.
My name is Varen.
Yes.
I have my cane. Hold up my walking stick. It's similar to previously. I also have these. And I'm going to cast the my cantrip, the primal savagery, and my fucking fingers turn into long spines.
You just go, oh god,
like sap coming out of them, sort of thing. Then they retract.
That is that's quite the feat. Does that not hurt?
It's like a cat's claws.
Oh, okay, then interesting.
They just sit in there, and they come out.
Okay, then moving on. And what about you two?
I step forward and I just pull out my dagger and I try to balance it on my finger, but fail miserably. Just falls on the ground.
I suppose you're. Are you also? Is that the weapon you'd like to put down? Or?
That's the only thing I have on me.
Okay then. Oh, and finally you.
Yes, my name is Fubs, and I have 2 axes and a flail.
Okay then. Well, I won't keep you too long. You're obviously quite busy people. But I don't know if the guards have gone over any of the rules with you. Of course, they probably have told you about the words we're not allowed to say in here.
Devil, yes.
I don't know whether because we just recently had our last festival, so I don't know if they told you about the next one. But we have another festival at the end of the next tenet. So I think it would be 15 days from now.
A tenet?
A 10 night, 10 days. It's how our calendar works. I suppose you wouldn't know very much about. We split our calendar up into 4 seasons, each with 9 different tenets in it, for 90 days as total. So yes, at the end of the next one will be our next festival. You aren't, since you are, of course, not from around here. Unless you've been here for a while, you won't be required to help unless you get called for community service. But you are required to attend if you happen to be in town at the time, of course.
What's the festival for?
Oh, our next one. Let me just look at the. It's something up here. I believe it's the Festival of the Blazing Sun is what our next one is.
Did you get a lot of that?
Blazing Sun.
Yes,
Is it warm?
It's just a part of our culture here. We need to make sure that we do anything and everything we can to try and keep the devil away. And what a better way to do it than with a good community spirit.
Well, keeping the devil away isn't really working, is it?
Oh, it's been working quite well for the last tens of years. He hasn't arrived in Valaki even once across that time.
All right.
At least not along my reign, which I am quite happy of.
What did he used to do when he would come around?
He would do terrible things. I believe the last time was a little bit into my father's reign as Burgomaster. It was quite a horrid time. A lot of people died.
You pass down reign through your children.
Yes, it's my children will succeed me as my father I succeeded my father.
Do you ever have any, like, I would guess, in the nicest of terms, commoners a part of your family?
I don't know exactly what you would mean by no. I suppose, but this is the role our family has given the rest of our little town. It's what we fulfilled for generations.
Well, I think what she's trying to say is, can someone marry into this family?
I
Commoner.
suppose so, but they would not be considered to be a part of. They would take our name, so they would effectively be moving into our family.
Interesting.
Oh, but
culture's interesting like that.
I would be lovely to hear about yours at some point. And you hear like a call from behind, which seems to be a woman's voice, who just says, "Vargas, are you going to come back at any point? We just want to continue the discussion." And he says, yes, I will. Just give me a second." And he turns back and says, like, "How about this? Since I can't talk to you anymore, I'll ask Isaac to keep an eye out for you. He's currently in charge of most of the men around here. If he does, and he sees that anything is going wrong, I'm sure he'll come and help out."
Sounds
much
good.
appreciated. Thank you very much.
Thank you a lot.
What a kind.
We'll leave you to your discussions.
Yes. Well then,
can we see the woman that was saying the?
Do you want to try and look over her shoulder?
Like, is she like in the room? Is she out?
There's a woman in the room. She's wearing just sort of some of the more like upper class clothes that he's currently wearing.
I'd like to like move around in the room a bit so I can actually like glance at her.
Okay. Well, you can. You're currently still outside because he's taking.
We're outside.
The door. But you can move to the side to have a look in, and you can see that the person that is kinda. She's got like her hairdo is pretty nuts for the most part. It's kind of like raised up with a streak of white through it. But she's currently just holding like a book, and she's surrounded by a few other women who seem to be also from around here. She's just talking along with them, as well as like indicating to different parts of the books, like maybe some sort of book club or something.
Okay. But they look upper class.
Then, is it?
Wait, what did you say?
They look upper class.
They do look upper class, yes.
Right.
Oh, and before you do leave, says Vargas, if you do see anyone breaking the rules, please inform one of the guards, and they will make sure that they take care of everything.
Of course. We wouldn't want to upset things around here, would we?
Yes. Anyway,
be seeing
goodbye.
you.
Have a wonderful day.
You too.
You
Please
too.
remember to smile.
Oh, I already am. I've had a lovely time here.
Didn't birds smile?
Look, yeah. Don't look at my beak like that.
Just I was quite curious, you know.
Actually, yeah, even can you even do that?
Impolite to ask a bird if they can smile. It's like asking a woman their age. You don't do it.
In any case,
Self-conscious about
he then sends you off to the
Yeah.
you,
to the
you,
inn.
you go off to the inn. It doesn't take very much to arrive there, but so we'll just generally skip over to it. The place itself is definitely seems to be more frequented by just a variety of different people. Most of the other houses around are they kind of seem a little bit empty or just sort of not much is going on inside of them. Regardless of whether or not like people are living in there, it just seems to be that people are generally not doing much. In any case, well, like things do also seem to change as you move from places where there are guards to places where there aren't. Because when there are guards around, people are very happy and very like sort of just talking and smiling. But then you move to through maybe one of the back streets and then it seems like people are generally a little bit more depressed.
Interesting.
But anyway,
Did we receive any papers for the registration, or was it just?
No, it's just he keeps track of it, and then he puts the word out to the guards so that they with descriptions of like who and people's what they look like, because it's not that big of a town, and not that many people are going to have weapons.
Yeah.
That was a wrong time of day, but fuck it, we'll just get on with it. Imagine it's daytime.
It is daytime, isn't it?
Yeah, it's currently midday. In any case, yeah, the place itself is a little bit more homely. It's got like an upstairs thing with a little staircase on the outside. As you approach, you can hear on the inside that there's like constant talking and people chatting. But it seems to only be coming from one or like pair of one or two people, despite the fact that the place is definitely quite full. And as you walk in, I'll show you this. Look at this.
Give it a second for us to actually like
Mm-hmm.
load it. Oh, I don't have a token for this scene.
Yeah, I'll move you guys as token. Whoop.
Ooh, I can hear someone pouring a
That's-
beer.
You're not over there. You're. Whoop.
I'm still loading in. Ah, where we are. Wait.
So, Fubs.
Oh, there. No. There I am.
Oh.
Oh. The group itself. I guess you all arrive as a four, mostly. You all split off to like. Are you actually splitting off in this manner? I guess for the most part. Looking in through some of the
I was
windows.
just gonna go through the main entrance. To be honest.
Okay.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go in.
Feel free.
trying to find the entrance.
It's
Oh.
just here. This is the entrance. With the stairs. As you walk in, you can see around that the place isn't it's got like a decent number of people in it. There's not very much talking going on one person to the next.
It's like sitting down at the table.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think actually, to be
with
fair, since it's daytime, there's going to be a lot more of these. So,
Adding
I've
villagers.
I've nicked this table. I've nicked it. It's mine. I saved this seat.
no, there's someone already sitting there.
My coat's on that seat.
Get out! Get
My
out!
coat's on
Someone's
that
sitting there.
seat.
Just come in and shove someone off the chair. It's my chair now.
It's mine. God damn.
I guess we're gonna end up in the bar.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to the
Looks
bar
like
then.
it.
I'm getting a pint.
We can always sit down with those lovely chaps down at the bottom.
No, I'm speaking to Danica. Danica, what you saying?
Oh, well, in any case, you start walking up, and as you do, there's a few people at the bar. There's like just a villager, another guy with sort of like a more hardiness to him. And also, there's another person with a sword on his waist and with just a general different outfit to everyone around here. Most people have got pretty standard like set of
Like
browns and villager clothes. This one seems to be wearing something differently, a little bit more like just a bit more expensive, as well as also maybe like something like a few different like what's the word symbols on it. But apart from that, the group at like I guess all four of you approach. You're forced to take a seats on either side with one person in the center. And do you just walk up to the person at the front and just like I'll start?
Yeah,
the barmaid.
the barkeep.
Hard to call barmaid. To be fair, she looks quite. Even at this point, there's no one's wearing like a pretty standard, fantasy barmaid or anything like that. She's wearing like a long black dress.
Did we have any currency, by the way?
We traded our currency with
your currency traded.
Oh yeah.
With
just the
Arugal.
equal amount, yeah.
In any case, as you approach, Danica, the barmaid, comes up and says, hello. I didn't. You guys seem new around here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we are.
Been here for a few days now. Well, outside the town, but in Barovia. But
Oh, okay then. Well, in any case, what can I get you?
it looks like I've got a choice of Wizard of Wine, Wizard of Wine, Wizard of Wine.
Well, there are a few different types in terms of red, white, or etc. But for the most part, yes, it's wine or nothing here.
I'll have a mug
Job
of
I like.
red wine, please.
I got red wine.
I'll have a small glass of red wine.
If you're getting red wine, that would be 2 silver per.
Even
I don't
my
want a
small
red
glass
wine.
and a mug.
Unfortunately, that's just the prices.
Well, give me a mug then. Might as well take a mug if I'm gonna have to spend 2 silver anyway.
By the way, Storm, you are also
buy a
here.
barrel.
Yeah, I figured, but
If you haven't already noticed. To be fair, I thought I'd changed your token, but we'll move on with it.
Drinking away is problem.
Oh, and just
Miss,
so people know,
Miss
it's
barmaid.
10 silver to a gold.
Ooh.
What was that, Georgia?
I was gonna ask if I brought a barrel, would it still be 2 silver?
No, it wouldn't.
aren't you still outside, by the way?
Just put your head under the tap.
No,
Can I-
Georgia.
Do you have, by any chance, some water in a bowl?
Water in a bowl.
On the side of.
I suppose we can get you some water.
washing.
Yes.
How
Just
much would that cost?
It'd be some water. It wouldn't cost anything.
Lovely. I'll take that, please.
But yeah, she just goes. Then she quickly pours out 2 mugs of wine. Hands them to their respective persons. Goes to go off get like a bowl of water. Leaves with them.
I'm gonna go and sit down. Nice window seat.
Okay then. By the way, did you move yourself, Storm?
I moved myself a little bit, yes.
Okay.
But,
Because I was going to say that for the most part, because remember in the last time when we had our one-on-one, you were given the instruction to that you probably the best inn in town was Blue Water Inn, and I was just going to basically say that you ended up going there, and at the same time, Ismark and Irina decided like split off from you, so they're somewhere else in the area.
Okay. Can I just like fill in or step in or whatever?
Well, yeah, it's up to you. I mean, at this point, what do you think you've done? You've just stepped into a completely like a new place. You're separated from anyone you've ever known and loved.
Yeah.
What do you think you do?
You probably overheard that we were new as well when she asked.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm about to. So I'm sorry, but did you guys say that you were new in town as well?
Yes, we are.
Who's that?
And how new is new exactly?
Who are you?
Yeah, my name is Mifrander, and I'm a warrior priest from Everlund. I think you people would call it a paladin. And honestly, I arrived here a day ago to some mist or some sorts. I just I was still working in a temple, and I woke up, and apparently 5 days or something had passed, and then I found myself in this strange place, and apparently I can't get home. This place is tormented by some sort of demon vampire.
Yeah, so we heard as well.
And then a person, like a very strange woman called Madame Eve, she told me to come here, and that's all I know.
Oh, you met Madame Eve as well.
You also met Madame Eve.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
What did she tell you?
Many
Well,
things.
We looked into our cards, and she told us that we have a lot of options to discover around here. If you want, maybe we would need an extra pair of hands and some weapons on our adventure.
It's worth noting while you're talking to him, Bubs, that he says like he's a warrior, a priest, or a paladin, you may call it. He isn't actually wearing any armor or anything, but he's got his sword on him.
All right.
I'll be blunt with you, people. I would not travel along with your companionship if I would not be in a situation. But given circumstances, I would love to take your invitation. I mean,
A bit. All right.
What did Madame Eve tell you?
But you lot seem awfully cheerful and contented with the situation that you find yourselves in.
Well, I have a mug of wine. I'm actually kind of annoyed and pissed off about this whole situation, but I have wine.
Yeah.
I have alcohol. It makes everything better.
Yes.
Makes it all okay. Well, I wasn't doing too much anyway, so. I feel like it's always nice to go on a bit of an adventure, and you can't really. There's no point being mad about it. Just put our heads together and we can work.
A few different approaches. By the way, what's this weird thing in the corner?
Someone's been doing cones.
Someone's making cones.
Now to get rid of them.
I think that's me by accident. I fucked up the map. Sorry. I'm trying to zoom out again, but it's not working. So
you could just it's because you're on a laptop, aren't you? I was gonna say you can scroll out, but
Do you guys see this? Like
I do see the line, yeah.
Yeah.
You see it when I do that?
Yeah.
I can see this, yes. I can see Levy doing that.
It's the ruler.
No laptop, yeah. So
yeah, it's just the ruler.
Sorry for making a weird,
No,
symbols
no
on the
biggie.
map.
Just someone planning out what's this
casting
code
spells in the corner.
Planning how they're gonna kill everyone in the end.
Why is there a fire going on over there? Oh, nothing.
Special beam cannon.
But in any case, yeah, I suppose it's a different approach everyone's got to this sort of situation. Some people are like, go with the flow, let things happen, and you'll discover, we'll discover like what's going on eventually. Other people are like, I need to get back now because.
Well, to be fair, we're actually trying to get back, and I don't appreciate you like giving us attitude for it. we just arrived here in this new world. We don't know anything or anyone. We didn't even know each other.
Just figured out how
we
they
do a bit now.
How they tell the
And
time.
here you are, stranger,
Yeah.
in, accusing us. How
The
dare
front
you,
door. Oh, Storm left the thing. You still there, Storm?
You've upset him.
Storm's like.
You've upset him, and now he's left. He could have helped us get out of here, and look what you did.
Well, I did.
No. He's like, he's heard what's going on. He's like, he moves over to the corner. He's just like, maybe I wasn't there. So I was like, and he's like, no, like, was I wrong?
Also, how is the wine? How does it?
How is the wine? Well,
how is the wine?
I will say that the white
How
wine
is the
is
wine?
not as good as the red, honestly.
The
Regardless
red's very good.
of preferences, the red one is very good. Oh, and also she's come out and she's given you your bowl of water. Oh.
Right. Well, I'll just come back. I just come back over it. Who was that then?
Who was that then?
Who was that?
He asked the party. Who wants to respond?
Oh, who's asking what?
I was just sat away from you guys. And I saw
okay.
you guys talking to that fancy-looking chap over there.
He called himself a paladin.
Why? Yeah.
By the way, Levy, can you make a perception check?
Is he back, the lost child?
I don't know. Storm has not responded yet. But
No, sorry, my internet is bad, but I'm here.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, okay.
Levy, can you also make a perception check? Because they're having a good conversation like right now. So.
Perception. Slash roll 20. Oh. That's a 12 plus.
You remember, if you want to, you can just roll it on the stat sheet.
Plus 3. So it's 15.
Okay, yeah. While you're everyone's having a quick conversation about the paladin, just like talking over the bar to each other, you have a little look out around the place, and you see that over on like in the far end, just sitting on the table right now, are two kids. And, the two kids are like underneath the table on one end, and they're sort of like talking with each other, and they're sniggering, etc. They seem to. They're also got their. They have like little ears like cupped to the top, or to the top, and they're like listening to something or something like that. After a little while, underneath there, they sort of like come out and they start like running around and basically sort of like chasing each other, etc. Until eventually they get to the point where they run over to you and they come up to it and say like, "Hello, so who are you?"
Who are you?
Where are your parents?
Well, you still ordered from her.
What?
They're children of the barkeep.
Oh.
Are they?
That's
Yes,
what they just said.
You just ordered from them. It would be, vinegar.
Oh, I didn't hear what you said there. I was like, what?
Oh, okay. In any case, they sort of like they look over all of you and then they point over to Varen and just say like, "Why do you look so weird?"
I was very ill at some point, and these mushrooms saved me. That's what. That's why. I'm gonna
Wait, but
lean down to them and just say,
I thought
run
mushrooms
around.
poisoned you, and then his brother, the one next to him, says like, "Yeah, that's what Mum always said."
Well, you better not come too close then.
And
intimidate. I'm gonna do like a quick little movement towards them, like
Give me an intimidate roll.
Intimidate these children.
Blow some spores into their face.
Not the best.
Shake your head and blow some spores into their face.
It's more of a jokingly like oh, watch out, I might be poisonous.
They do a saving throw, and that one is like, yeah, sure. The other one is you don't get either of them. Like you go woo, and then they don't even move, and then they just sort of they start laughing, and they run off out of sort of behind the thing again.
You big bullies!
I give myself a little chuckle and just like get the barkeep's attention. Just say, "Oh, a brave couple of lads you got there."
Oh yeah, they at this point it's hard to keep control of them most of the time. They end up just doing most of like what they want. Though they will stop from insulting our guests as she raises her voice, and they sort of they pop over the top of the table and stick out their tongues and then disappear again.
That's all right. Kids will be kids, won't they?
Yeah.
We can't.
In any case, Varen, I want you to do. Actually, no, not Varen. Fubs. I want you to do a wisdom saving throw.
Saving throw?
Yeah, wisdom saving throw.
Okay. How did I do that now again?
You can open up your stats by going to the actors section and clicking on Fubs.
If you click on
Wisdom.
Wisdom, it'll be saving throw.
Wisdom.
Yeah, you just click on the word.
There we go. Normal?
If you do a saving, yeah, there you go.
Good show, man.
Wow.
More.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
Could have been worse.
Well, no, it couldn't.
Anyway, nothing else. It's all good. Yeah, continue.
So, I'm just gonna, just slip this one in there. I'm just gonna, Mad Mage. know much about him?
Danica is you know what? She probably laughed just as much as I just did, and she just goes, "Well, that's a little bit forward, isn't it?"
Well,
Do you know what's
going on around here?
Do you know his real name?
No, I don't think anyone really would. I think most of the people who he would have told his real name to went up to Strahd's place when he tried to perform a coup.
I take it there.
Yes,
not here anymore.
Bray and Brom probably weren't alive then. I think it was somewhere around like 15, 16 years ago, something like that. He ended up taking quite a few people. I think it was some people from here. Most people were from the village Barovia over on the other side of the pass. They ended up going up there, and well, no one really came back.
Okay.
As far as we can tell, he then escaped off into the mountains, and he's been there ever since. Originally, we thought he was going to come back at some point and maybe try again, but well, he's got the name Mad Mage for a reason.
And so does he serve your sort of vampire lord?
The Mad Mage? No,
Yes.
he must have fought Strahd in some capacity. It's surprising he lived, to be fair.
You said it!
Oh shit, well...
No, I'm only fucking with you.
You know what? No, she says that, and then one of the customers just goes like, oh, careful, and she goes, oh, the devil, sorry.
Why are people so afraid of calling him by his name?
Well, it's just the rules around here.
Have you not read Harry Potter, dude?
Exactly.
No.
You should always call evil by its name to make it less evil.
I believe the sentencing for saying it by his name, at the very least, where some of the guards can hear, is a week in the stockades. Well, not a week, half a tenet.
To be fair, like my character hasn't been informed by any of these rules, so I think he can sort of be a dick about this for now.
I was a dick about it initially as well, don't worry.
It's just something that happens. In any case, if you so what is it that you wanted to know about the Mad Mage? I can't really give you any exact details.
So the people of this town are fairly friendly, like, about Mad Mage?
The Mad Mage hasn't really interacted with us. I don't think anyone has gone out to go and check on him, at the very least. No one has come back and told me about anything about that.
Okay, so it's not like with the devil we're not going to get arrested for talking.
No, no, you wouldn't.
Okay.
I think most people have thought about him over the last 15 years.
And do you think this Mad Mage would be hostile towards strangers?
I really wouldn't know. I wouldn't have any way of telling.
So again, he has had no interaction in 16 years.
15 years, yes.
15 years. Okay, well, I feel pretty comfortable telling you this. You seem like a respectable woman.
Well, I'm always up for a little bit of a gossip, yes.
The way we arrived here was peculiar. Well, there's the mist, which I think most people know about. Right?
Oh yeah, don't ever walk into the mist, by the way. Most people,
okay,
about more than half of them don't come back, and most of the people that do don't come back the same.
Okay. All right, got it. Noticed. Well, either way, yeah, we got sucked into the mist and that.
Mm-hmm.
We then fell from a great height above the lake, north of here, and what was it? It was a large stag.
Oh yes.
They've
with like glowing tattoos and glowing like
yes.
That probably is the Mad Mage, yes.
Okay. Because you know, I'm assuming he doesn't save many people, because you've not had any interaction with him for 50 years.
No, we haven't. That is odd, to say the least.
Would you know anyone who might be able to get us across the lake to go and try and find him?
Well, I might know someone. And she looks over to the right, indicates over there, and you see that there's the two men in the corner, or in the front, like the little far over here. And she sort of shouts out and says, "Soldier!" And there's a head just pops out around the corner and goes, "Well, what is it?" It's like, "You got you still doing that escort business?" And he's like,
Not
"Oh yeah,
what
what do you think I get?"
I like guys.
What's that?
Not the kind of service I'm looking for.
Graceful.
Exactly. Look at my best. I've got my best robe on. I look glorious, and he sort of just grunts in response and just says like, "Might have some people here, and some customers." Just like, "Why? Where do they want to go?" Like, what? And she indicates it's just like, "Well, speak up then."
North.
North. Just Just straight north.
Straight north.
You want to go straight north?
Straight north.
Was that actually what you wanted to do? I thought you were going to Kresik.
Well, we're going to the Mad Mage, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Mad
Yeah,
Mage.
we decided we're going to
But
go see
we're
the
not,
Mad
we're
Mage
not going to
first,
say that out
got
loud.
information.
Maybe.
Oh no,
Okay.
this is out of. This is like June.
Yeah, I'm just asking.
Yeah, we're going up to see the Mad Mage.
Okay,
'cause
cool.
Want to like get out of here or whatever.
Well, yeah, I can get you across the river. I got a boat of my own. When it gets to moving through the undergrowth, though, well, you're probably going to be meeting a few fights on the way. Me and my friend here, my brother, we're wolf hunters most of the time. We earn a little bit of extra coin on the side, guiding people around, but we can't promise that you won't be meeting some extra some fighting along the way.
Well, I don't know about these lot, but I've seen a fair few fights. I can hold my own.
Pretty nimble in a fight. Some
Uh,
would say too nimble.
You've the other man sort of like puts a hand up, says like, Soldar, I can't make out another. I can't go for another journey, not for another tenet. My wife is too pregnant. She might be giving birth any moment.
Oh, congratulations!
So thank you. And well, he turns back to you and he says like, well, Yevgeny here won't be able to take you, but I can.
Oh, that's perfect.
It'll be 2 gold up front for each of you, and then 2 gold on the way back.
How much did we have?
How much do you have? You should have it in your inventory.
I have no gold on me.
You have no gold on you. Well, someone else will have to pay for you.
So
Pay for the stranger.
How much gold do I have?
I've got some gold.
I've got 24.
How did you all have gold?
They had it on them.
Backgrounds.
Backgrounds would have given them it.
Well, yeah, I'm a poor ass priest, so I have no gold on me.
I've got nothing.
I got nothing.
Apparently, I have nothing, and I ordered some wine, so I think I have a problem.
Oh shit! Did you not also? I mean, depends on your background. If your background didn't give you anything, then I get. But to be fair, she hasn't taken the money yet, and you're just like, shit, I don't have anything to pay. Well, if you don't have anything to pay, you're gonna have to ask someone else to pay for you.
You said earlier that the Mad Mage went with some people from Borovia, the town Borovia. Was he actually from there as well?
Well, probably not. No, he just appeared. Like we don't know exactly from where. Probably something similar to you guys, to be fair.
Oh.
Though I believe when he arrived, it was like 20 years ago or something like that. That was the last round of. He arrived alone. There was no one with him.
Was he like a known figure?
A known figure? Well, I mean, not really.
Well,
No.
I believe he spent some time investigating or just learning about the place until eventually he went through with his revolution plan.
Okay.
With the currency, did we like decide on our backstory if we had anything on us?
The backstory should have given you some, yeah.
Yeah.
I appear to have none. I don't know if I'm looking in the wrong place.
Did you guys pick backgrounds when you were making your character?
No, I don't think so.
I believe Georgia did, yeah.
I
Haunted
did.
ones.
No, you should, because it
Should
also
say-
gives you some skills.
Yeah, yeah.
Or languages, or both.
But my background is an acolyte, so I don't think I have any gold. Is that possible, or?
Sometimes, yes.
It'll say if you do.
So, Georgia started off with 1 silver piece.
There you go.
I've not
Silver
spent it
piece.
though, have I?
You haven't spent it. You have your 1 silver piece.
Oh no. Never mind. I have 15 gold pieces. So I'm a rich boy.
Yeah.
Wait, how do you see this? What, am I being?
You're a haunted one. That was your background. Remember when we were going through D&D Beyond?
Yeah.
And in that list there was equipment. One of the things should have been the silver pieces. If it did
Containing
transfer
whatever.
over, then
Oh, but
it would have
that's
been.
for my like. That's not for spending. That's for warding off.
I'll spend it then.
werewolves.
Oh shit! Well, then I guess you don't want to spend it. You got no money on you.
I can't spend that. Yeah.
Fair, it makes sense. You were a rogue, so I guess you got no money.
That's alright.
Oh well, then who's gonna pay? You need to ask someone to pay for you.
Yeah, I need to have
Is
someone
it
pay for me.
2 gold piece per person?
2 gold piece per person there and back.
I'll fly.
I can fly. I think part of it is the guide aspect of it, to guide you
Yeah,
through the
it's more
mountains.
paying for him to not just like
he-
with others to get killed by wolves.
He's the person who's going to be bringing survival tools. He's going to give you He's going to use his boat to get over there. He's going to like make sure you have food, for the most part, so you don't have to go. Or he'll go and hunt food like on the day. Make sure that you guys aren't starving.
I can pay for like 3 of us
Okay then.
there and back.
As it said that it's 2 gold per person, start looking in my pockets and I realize I don't have anything. And then I look over to the bartender as well, and I say, it turns out I don't have any money on me.
It's like, well, do one of your friends have money? They can spend. I guess they can pay for you.
I can pay for this.
Okay.
For this person.
Halflings.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
So you're also paying for the 2 silver for the drink.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Well,
Thank you, sir.
It's like an off-character question. I'm I'm sort of struggling to understand why my character would actually sort of like travel along with this bunch in the first place. Should I just go with it, or?
I mean, well, at the end of the day,
Too
to a
bloody
certain
well.
extent, you kind of do have to go with it because I don't really want to split you up into 2
Yeah,
separate
of course,
campaigns.
of course, yeah.
But why is the reason why you don't feel like you should journey with them? They're also people from a completely separate world. They don't belong here as well.
Okay.
You're all alone in a world you don't know, and we're clearly looking for a way out.
Yeah.
Even though we don't look like a bunch that you would normally hang out with, it's like the only option you have at the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
You find your way back.
You could go and find your way back, but it would be on your own.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. No. Okay.
So you're trying to bribe your way in by paying this guy.
Exactly. That's
Yes,
why.
that makes sense.
Fobs, I like the idea that because Fobs was like saying, why are you insulting us by saying that we don't look like the kind of people who are trying to get home?
I kind of sort of want to play this character that's not additionally not very eager to sort of go along with this group.
Okay.
Which just doesn't mean I would not do this in actual real life, but like.
Oh no! This is all D&D stuff. Yeah. But yeah, Fobs felt insulted, and you were just like, "I'll pay for him. It's fine," and then he will feel less insulted.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, that's also I call him a person and not like whatever he is. So.
Well, so it's like, well, okay then. How about we can set off tomorrow? If you just you can give me the 2 gold today, and then we'll do the rest when we come back. Okay, when we're back from. In terms of getting over, it'll probably take us about, I don't know, a day or so, maybe a day and a half, to get out into like the deep of the mountain. If we're planning on trying to find this this boy.
How much would it cost to just take the boat?
For the boat, I mean, I don't know if I trust it with you with it. To be fair, if you don't want my guide up the mountain, I guess we can do a gold, and then we can do half the price if you don't want me taking you up the mountain, basically.
We'll take the guide.
Okay.
I think I'd prefer a guide.
Yeah, we'll take the guide.
Mhm.
We're not risking. Like we're looking for 1 person in the whole mountain range. Yeah, let's take the guide.
Which that person just said he didn't saw in 15 years, but okay.
Do we trust giving him the gold now and then leaving tomorrow, though?
Well, you can do an insight check if you want to see if
That's
he's
you.
lying or not.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have any gold. So.
It's if you can, if you do think he's lying, you can use insight. You can make rolls and just and try and figure it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Body language and stuff.
Go ahead.
How do I do that?
So you can put up the sheet, and inside under attributes there should be a list of skills like acrobats, animal handling, etc.
Insight there. Okay.
And just choose insight. As far as you can tell, he's telling the truth.
Okay, nice. Then I'm not gonna say anything.
Mm-hmm.
Also, just walking around this town, have we seen any sort of sign of like, you know, somewhere like a place of healing, somewhere where people go if they're like ill?
Temple.
I mean, you can ask someone about it.
I'll ask Base.
Danica.
Yevgeny. I'll ask him because.
Oh, Yevgeny.
You know, like where you know, where are you planning on having the birth?
Oh, there's the church. Give me a second. When I remember what the name of the church is. Saint Andrew.
Do I recognize that at all? Like,
no, you do not recognize that saint.
Okay.
Is there a Church of Tyr in the city?
No, I don't know. I never even heard it here.
Okay. Thank you, guys, sir.
The resident god here, for most people, will be the Morning Lord.
Oh yeah.
Understandable.
Does that ring a bell, Morning Lord? For
You can make a religion check if you want.
I'll do one. How do you do this?
You can go up, open up your character. There should be a list of skills. One of them will be religion.
You mean like in spellbook or okay no?
Inside
That's
19.
As far as you can, in terms of like when it comes to like your memory, the Morning Lord is not necessarily like a specific god that you can think of, but it's possible that has ties to some of the older gods, like the gods of Faerun, because I believe specifically there is one. I'll double check his name to be sure, but
So the Morning Lord doesn't ring a bell for
Lathander.
Oh, Lathander, yeah.
Lathander
But the Morning Lord doesn't
god.
ring a bell for our world.
Like the morning, a god specifically called the Morning Lord. No, but there is Lathander, who one of his titles was Morning Lord.
Okay.
But you would generally expect it just to be called Lathander, but they seem to they call it Morning Lord here.
What would we know about Lathander?
Lathander, he was like he was a deity around like creativity and like new birth, etc. Basically, pretty tightly related to like the dawn and becoming new, like being born anew.
Okay. So I'm gonna just do a little huddle with us four, and just do like, before we go to the Mad Mage, shouldn't we do like a little research on him or something? Like, try to get to know his real name or something, not to show up like, yo, Mage, what's up?
What's up, my bro?
Maybe there's like a library or some place where like scholars
but it might not
or
be here. That's the problem.
Yeah.
As I say, I feel like the people here, if the bartender doesn't know who they are, who the hell's gonna know?
Am I in his huddle? Because he said 4.
He did say 4, actually. That's so sad.
Oh, it's like push him out. Get out of here.
Which
I just excluded him from the huddle.
Like you're all the way up there, so plus you're kind of new, so
yeah, of course. I mean, that's why I asked.
Like if you would be like in the vicinity, I would like explicitly hide my words from you, but like I'm trying to be
if
bit
I'm honest, I'm still like zoomed in. So, but let's just say I'm not in the huddle because I'm sort of like.
I like the idea that no, the huddle starts and afterwards and they start talking or whatever, and it's not really like quiet, but it's just a huddle just to start like talking among the group. And then you come up and stand behind and start like looking over his shoulders to like just to peek over, and then like Cypher looks up and just goes. Continues talking, but he's like, it's like, excuse me. I guess you're boss now.
No, like I wouldn't. I would exactly just keep talking and wouldn't mind that he's hearing my word. But
yeah.
What do you guys think? Are we just gonna wing it then?
Well, I mean, if he wanted us dead, he wouldn't have saved Hassan, surely.
Yeah,
Unless he is truly insane, in which case we can't know for sure. But so far, he's the only person that's had any sort of interaction with the devil that hasn't been like, you know,
axed.
The devil fucking everyone else over.
I mean, we can't go through the mist, so he's probably the only way out for us.
Exactly, and I think it's smart to go and talk to the only person that's ever fought him in any capacity and lived. Might be some insight gained from the Mad Mage, at least.
Then in that case, are you paying the boy now?
Can I step in for a second? I hear you guys talking about going to the Mad Mage, and I'm not sure about you guys, but I just want to get home as soon as possible. And if he's the enemy of our enemy, then I see no reason why we should dabble and just go on with it.
Okay. Mad Mage is.
Getting back. And the best shot of saving these.
In the meantime,
lovely folk.
Are you saving, giving him the money now or not?
I'll give him the money now. Yeah.
Cool. So how many people are paying?
Half after.
Half. Well, that's the idea. 2 gold now, 2 gold when you get back.
And we all agree that we need these people as an escort.
Right. We'll make money on the way there, or if he's saying we're fighting wolves and stuff, we can always
bring back pelts and stuff like that.
Pelts,
maybe.
Yeah. Help pay for it that way.
Cool.
I've got a fair bit of gold. I can pay for one if they can't.
So is Baron going to pay for 3 people?
No, I will also chip in.
Yeah, Storm is paying for me.
It's the least I can do.
Considering my background, I think 24 gold in my inventory is way too much, so I'm gonna reduce that to 4 actually.
Interesting. Okay, cool. So Baron will pay for Quetzal.
But I will pay for myself, reducing it to 2 gold. 24 makes no sense. I have 29 here.
In that case, yeah, you'll put your mind together and you hand it over. He looks it over, counts it through quickly by opening up the and goes like, "Well, so it's good doing business with you. I'll meet you out the north gate tomorrow, probably about noonish."
Got it.
Well, in the meantime, I'm gonna pop off for now. Hope you guys have a good night.
You too.
Tomorrow.
And Yevgeny and Sola, they both pop off.
Oh, I opened the door. Oops.
Oh, it's not a locked door, but you do have to be next to doors most of the time to open doors.
I assume that just leads upstairs.
It does. Well, not upstairs. It leads into a little
the kitchen.
The kitchen.
Oh, okay.
So now we have some time to wait until tomorrow. Can you people tell me something about yourselves? What did you do in your past life?
A druid. And I can talk to plants.
Okay.
The way your voice is like, look at the cool thing I can do.
I can also talk to animals, so maybe those wolves won't be that much of a problem. Like, yo, calm down.
Just give me your pelts. Just ask them nicely.
Yes, just sit here and I'll cut your skin off.
And you, little one, what did you do in your previous life?
Well,
previous life. That's a weird way.
I spend most of my time hanging out with the neighbor's cat. It's my best friend. I don't really like adventures like this, but here I am.
Okay, Bill.
Honesty is something that I appreciate in a person.
I'll be totally honest. I have no idea what I'm doing.
I think you'll get along just fine.
I am very good at swinging axes, though.
Nice.
Good skill to have.
I think that'll come in handy. And you, the one you call yourself Cypher, you seem like a cheerful lad. Can you sing us a tune?
A tune? Why? Why do you think that?
Aren't you a bard?
Why would you say that?
Because you have a guitar on your back.
No. I don't.
He's got a flute, to be fair. But, same thing.
You have a flute around your waist.
Yeah, I do.
That's a good question, though.
Rule number 1: never touch.
Is there any music?
Is there any music happening at the moment?
No, there isn't.
Oh, it's just.
I hear something though.
Yeah, things a lot of people moving around glasses, but.
Insert improvised flute solo.
Oh hell yeah.
So about me, there's not much to tell. I grew up in a monastery, which I hated, and then I left the monastery into the city, which I hated even more. But I don't have any family, but I made some friends in the city, and we stuck up for each other. And now we were in trouble, and now I'm here, so I need to get back to help them.
Whoa, very much.
Sounds fair.
You wanted to know about the church, by the way, didn't you, Farron? Or did you just want to know where it is?
I was just like curious.
Okay. Well then, you're set off to do something tomorrow. What are you doing in the meantime? Or do you guys just want to skip to tomorrow?
What sort of time is it? Is it?
It's like 3 or 4.
I think it makes sense to get to know each other. No, that was what I was trying to do.
Stick around here for now, yeah.
Sure.
What about the...
Oh, Cypher's off. Cypher's fucking legged it.
Cypher doesn't give a shit about...
He's out.
Too much wine. He's going.
God.
He's gone wandering. You know what? How like you guys are all drinking wine, right?
I'm not drinking wine.
I'm a bit tipsy from my mug of wine.
Okay, you're all sober. You're all sober.
I'm sipping my mug. I'm not getting smashed.
I feel like the halfling's looking pretty drunk for that mug of wine for the size.
Yeah.
I mean, how big was the mug of wine? Was it like the size of his head?
That's what I'm thinking. Like, if it's a mug for a normal person.
I mean,
it's like, it is like in Lord of the Rings where it's like the Hobbit grabs one. It's like, oh shit.
I'm also very bad at drinking slowly when I have something in my glass or mug.
So it's already finished.
So I'm far down in the mug already.
I'm sorry. You want another beer? It's on me.
Oh yes, I would love to.
It's only wine.
Unfortunately, it's only wine.
Let me got into the kitchen.
Bartender, can I have another
you know
wine
what?
for
You know,
my
screw it. No,
fine,
go back.
He's going in there. You have to go in there now. You chose.
Yeah, you got in there now. You got in there. No.
I just say that. I'm just watching this go on.
Is this the bathroom?
Looking at the barmaid like, I am so sorry.
As you do this, you see in the back there's a man there. He's just sort of like he's got like a full he's got an apron on, stuff like that. He's cooking. He's got like a whole sort of different set of things that he's cooking all at once, and he's currently cutting through a venison. As you walk in, you shout, Is this the bathroom?" You look down and see at the same time, and also hear there's a loud thud as a butcher's cleaver cuts through a very thick piece of meat. And he looks up at you at the same, and his face is sort of like there's a little bit of blood on it. There's definitely a lot of blood on his hands, and he looks at you, and I don't know. He just sort of eyes you up at the same time. What do you do?
I just realized how stupid it is to enter a bathroom and ask loudly, "Is this the bathroom?" Like you do in
someone inside might know. In any case.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should not be here. My apologies.
Yeah, okay.
Close the door.
I asked the barmaid another question. What's with the plants around here? Like
the
There's
plants?
like no sun. Or...
Well, I don't know. That's just how they've always been. There isn't a whole lot of sun around here, to be fair. So most of the stuff that tends to grow is things that don't need a whole lot. Fungi, yeah.
Fungi.
But you've been asking me a lot of questions. Do you mind? I want to ask you a few questions. So you're going after the mad mage, and you're trying to. But is there a particular reason as to why you've chosen the mad mage, beyond the saving thing, or is there something else going on?
Well, it just seems like the mad mage is like one of us, one of the people that just ended up here.
Oh, okay.
I feel like he might have a bit of insight into.
Everyone keeps calling him mad, but he actually saved us.
Yeah.
Or saved me
yeah,
from
I suppose
splashing.
He did. I've never actually heard anything about that. So he saved you specifically, did he?
Yes. I was trapped inside of a ball levitating. He did something to me that made me not smash down into the water.
Okay. Well.
So I owe him an apology.
Interested.
Can I just do a quick insight check on that?
No,
yeah, go ahead.
Thank you, I mean.
Wow.
As far as you can tell, she just wants to know more about you.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, in any case, where are you planning on sleeping tonight?
Well, it
That's a good
depends
question.
on how much you're going to charge us.
We charge 2. You can either do it's either 5 silver for 1 night, or you can do 2 gold for 5 nights.
Yeah, it's not too.
That includes breakfast as well.
Let's go for 1.
Yeah, 1 night.
Since we're leaving tomorrow, there is no point in doing multiple days, I would say.
Okay.
When's the latest that you'll be open until to pay?
To pay, probably about just after the sun is setting, or a little ways into the sunset. It's about 8.
Look outside.
About 8. It's about 3 right now.
Okay. All right. Well, I might have a bit of a wander before I come back and decide.
Okay then, sure. Well then.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna have a chat with the plant outside the window. I'm just gonna. I can't understand it.
Yeah.
But
I
you can talk
to
to it. Yeah.
It can understand me fully. Like.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, it says like basic.
While he's off doing that, I turn my head to Quetzal, who's moving away. Okay.
Who's just left.
Hi.
And I say,
I was having a close look at what the plant situation was.
and I say, why did the mushroom have so many friends?
I don't know. Why did the
Because
mushroom
he's a
have so
fun
many
guy.
What a great joke.
Brilliant. I wish I wasn't sober for it.
You're a comedian.
I just keep feeding Fubs beers. I mean wine, so I'll pour in another one.
I'm actually getting a bit less grumpy for each mug. We need to keep track of it though, because the bartender is gonna charge you for it.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all good.
Also, a small FYI, if we're drinking, I'm not drinking or maximum 1 glass. It's like...
Okay, yeah.
I'm like...
I mean, at this point, none of you
drinks.
have ordered. None of you have ordered anymore, so because it's 2 silver a per.
Yeah.
I never drink, so I'm just feeding Fubs.
Yeah. So I'm on my 2nd mug then, and I'm starting to get tipsy, or I am tipsy.
I'm gonna go outside and catch some fresh air.
Yeah, I'm going outside.
Okay. Danica does actually, while you guys are sitting here, you guys are like having a little like sips and drinks or whatever.
Yeah.
But she does like mention something. As like once everyone else has popped away, she talks to Mithrandir and Fob specifically and just says, "So I actually kind of wanted to mention something. We don't actually get very many people who are willing to move around and etc. There's something that you possibly might be able to help us with."
Yeah, sure.
Well, just in general, our wine supply is actually getting kind of low, and our next shipment is overdue. So I was just it's just something to like a possible because if it does end up being empty, but before the festival, we might just try and employ someone else to go and get it. But if you do happen to like do like anything that you might be able to like aid it, as in if you do end up going westward to where like the winery, perhaps you might be able to just see what was going on. Like in Kresik, you would be able to like get some extra information as well. But just in general, if you do come back and with any extra wine, etc., we'd be happy to pay you for it. More so than what we would usually pay the Wizard of Wines.
So where in the west? Is it in Kresik or is it?
Just south of Kresik is where the winery is. But someone in Kresik might be able to know what happened there as well. I don't. We just since we're running low, we don't exactly want to be sending off anyone who isn't already going out there unless it's like totally needed. So if you do end up going in that direction, do you mind having a look into it?
Well, as you know, we will go to Mad Mage first, but afterwards, sure we would. And if my friend here doesn't drink all the wine in the meantime,
a festival without wine sounds very dull to me. So.
Well, the next one is in 15 days. So.
Sure, we can do that.
Okay. Well, thank you.
You're much obliged.
It's a very good wine.
Thank you very much. What was that, Georgia?
I just want to put it out there that I've picked the lock.
Oh, you have picked a lock. Okay.
Where are you picked?
You will have to tell me before that happens. To be fair, I don't think this isn't locked. Just wood.
Where are you?
There's a door.
Yeah, there's a door, but if it was locked, I would have locked it. Look, try walking through the door now, and I can choose whether or not I want to lock it.
I thought I had incredibly good picklocking skills there, because that was a very good one.
I love that. I love the idea of you turning the handle and just turning around.
I picked it.
I did it. I'm in.
God, I'm good. Look at me go.
I just found a nice quiet place and I went for a nap.
Okay, cool. Wait, you kind of sleeping there.
Where's the weekend? Go ahead.
I guess there's no need to pay 5 silver for
They can't
Georgia.
charge me.
You just sleep inside there, like in the back.
Also, isn't it like 4 in the afternoon right now?
The homeless person.
I'm a rogue. No, I'm just building my nest. But I am a rogue, so I do just feel like
if you
comfortable
are
in the
sleeping
shadows.
rough, then you will have to roll me a Constitution save to see whether or not you wake up a little bit more tired than usual.
That's fine. I can do that.
Don't you have a bedroll or something?
I've got like.
I actually have no
Wait, what?
idea if you've got a bedroll.
I guess if you make a nest, it's actually.
That's what I'm making. I'm making a nest back here.
Okay,
Like,
well then give
I'm
me
a
your
bird.
nest. Then roll me. Give me a roll
You're
to see how
making
good
a
your nest
nest
is.
with wooden logs.
Give me a roll to see how good your nest is. Give me survival.
You do also have a little bedroll, so you know.
Give me a survival roll. If you're making a nest, I want to see how good your nest is.
I need to. How do I?
You open up your skills and there'll be survival.
On attributes. The tab attributes, and then there's a middle column that has survival right at the bottom of it.
Yeah. Under stealth.
Yeah, I mean, I just
Jordan?
want to ask this plant if it's being like watered enough. And to give me a,
Okay.
you know, I'm just gonna leave my hand out and just like wait for it to like, I don't know, like brush against me or something. If it...
Okay, so what happens is you speak to it, and then it just sort of like there's like a little brush as it like moves its hand onto your hand and away again.
Wait, there's
I'm gonna
animals
go
here?
I'm gonna go draw some water from the well.
I found my thing. Okay.
Okay, roll survival.
Okay, it's under spellbook.
Not spellbook.
No.
Attributes.
S. It's right at the bottom.
Yeah.
Saving or normal?
Survival. Oh no, just normal.
Ability check, yeah.
I hear it dies.
11. You know what? It's above average. It's above average.
I'm a bird.
It's an above average nest.
Yes. It's
I'll
not
come
like...
out and meet.
Just barely.
I'll
just
come
barely.
out and meet everyone, but I just needed to make sure I had somewhere to sleep for the night, and I don't have
Sleep
any
in someone's
gold. And
fucking
this is what I do. You know,
That's fair enough.
this is just-
It meets health and safety guidelines.
Well, in any case, yeah, sure. You go
I
out and
sneak out and I lock. Can I lock it?
you don't have the key to lock it.
No, but I can pick locks
You're going
with
to
my tools.
unpick it.
Oh, you want to try and lockpick it? Okay, then sure. Give me.
So no,
Since you're proficient with lockpicking tools, you can. Basically, the way it works in terms of like using tools is if you're not proficient with it, you can't add your bonus to it. I don't know whether or not. Yeah, you can
roll
just
20 plus dexterity.
Yeah, it'll be 20 plus dexterity plus 2.
Oh no, actually, I think it's just plus 2. It's not dexterity.
No, you can choose to add a skill to it as well. I think.
Do you? I don't think so.
With the same way that if someone was being a blacksmith and hammering something, their strength would be involved, right?
I don't know.
It's not just about
is
how
that in
skilled you are.
spellbook?
No, that is for actually just roll. Go into attributes and click dexterity. Make it an ability check, and then we'll add 2 to it. Mentally.
So I press normal.
That is not good enough to like pick that lock.
Noob.
So my nest is might have someone stumble into it.
Someone might stumble upon it, but at the very least, it wasn't enough to break the lock or anything like that. So you just couldn't get it.
Hi.
Okay. Hey guys.
Hi. I wasn't doing anything sneaky.
That's all.
So
Cool.
I am at the bar and I'm getting drunk now. So I asked the bartender if there's any cats around.
Are there any cats around?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if there are any cats, but there might be a few dogs. And...
Oh, dogs! I love dogs.
You'd have to go out to the warehouse though. There's a little they tend to gather over there sometimes. The sort of abandoned dogs. It's just a little ways like further east down the road, but that's pretty much the closest gathering of dogs I can think of. They tend to eat some of the like scraps and stuff that I think the people at the stockyard throw out. I think they just do it for the dogs themselves.
So they are friendly to the people.
Decently so, unless I don't know. It depends on the dog.
Dog's a dog, you know.
Dogs live the dog life.
I miss animals, the animals at home.
Were they a lot nicer than the ones here? I suppose they were.
Well, animals are always nicer than people. Nothing personal.
Oh no, it's not. I understand that as well.
Miss Barmaid,
Mm-hmm,
lady, please.
Yes.
Miss Barman.
Danica.
Hi.
Hello.
Sorry to bother you.
Yes.
Any chance you could fill up my water skin, please?
Oh yeah, no problem. I mean, there's also a well outside. If you want to use that.
Oh, I can do that too.
Yeah.
All right then, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go fill up my water.
Well, that's like a big bird bath. You can flap around there with your wings.
Don't say it out loud because that's exactly what I was gonna do.
You're just gonna. It's a pretty deep well. I guess you could fly. That's fair.
I was gonna fill up my water bottle first, but then.
Okay, you fill up your water bottle. You got water.
And now I'm having a bath. I hope no one sees me.
Okay.
Won't let me go inside.
Everyone else just sees you jump in a well.
What? You just jump inside the well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Flapping around.
I don't like getting wet unless I'm choosing.
Does the bartender have line of sight through this window? Just see it.
Yes, actually, she does. She does have line of
She
sight.
goes like, "Oh, you can go fill up your water bottle at the well." And she draws up water, fills it up, puts the cap back on, and then
jumps in.
Yeah. I was like, "Oh, okay."
Oh my god. Yeah, that she does have line of sight. You just drop into the center. She just sees it, just going, "Oh, what the fuck?"
I hear a big splash, so I'm curious and drunk, so I go out to see what's happening.
Okay, yeah, everyone's going out. I guess do you also pop over there, or are you still talking to plants?
I'm watering the plant.
You're watering the plants.
My number one priority right now.
Everyone is looking inside the well at the bird having a bath.
Welcome to my well. Echoes from miles below.
This is my well. Well. And that it's just everyone just watching her in the well.
You guys should just put the cover over it now.
While I'm in here, I notice. Can I roll a perception and realise that the floor's glistening? I noticed some glistening on the floor.
No.
Like
one thing, there isn't much of a floor. It's a pretty fucking deep well. And
money's got to sit somewhere.
Well, like
grab you. Which out something doesn't grab you.
So yeah, something might grab your leg at this point.
But you didn't like being wet anyway. What was it?
Yeah, it's of my own accord. It's like you get thrown into the goddamn scene. You've got all your stuff on you, and you're weighed down, and your feathers are wet, and everything's horrible.
To be fair, I do forget that when I transform into an animal, all of my belongings just become part of me, so they didn't get wet.
Yeah, that's not fair.
It's pretty sick, actually. Magic's great.
If you jump into like a bath, it's nice, but if you fell into a lake, it's not.
Yeah, this isn't a bath. This is not that warm.
You're all watching me in the bath right now. I would like to point that out.
Not all of us. Not all of us.
Well,
No.
It's not every day you see a giant bird flapping around.
Looking, though.
I'm just pouring water over this bramble and just stroking it.
That's weird.
And whispering to it, but in a language you guys can't comprehend. I'm talking plant right now.
Alright, I've seen enough. Back to the wine.
I talked to this Irvin Martikov guy.
Yeah.
I'm down the well, guys.
To the kitchen.
You walk into the kitchen. Yeah.
I'm stuck in the well.
Yes. Hello, good sir.
Excuse me. Why are you back here?
I'm just talking to Erwin. Why not? I mean.
Well, that's what I'm asking. Yeah. Owen's asking. Why are you back here?
Okay. Sorry, I didn't want to sort of intrude upon you. I was just just wandering around and talking to people who could sort of maybe can tell me more about these strange lands and this
so you went to the cook?
Yes, I went to the cook.
Well, I kind of I have a little. I'm doing some work here, to be fair. But what?
Honestly, he looks very posh for a cook. Like, come on, look at him.
What? Yeah, he looks quite good for a. Excuse me. He likes to keep himself like nice and neat and tidy. He's got like an apron on, like
do you
right
remember
now.
that he is covered in blood now?
His apron is still covered in blood. Yeah. Like,
Okay, well,
got a bit of blood on his face, all over his hands.
Okay, so what are you making? There's your.
Oh well, I'm currently cutting up wolf.
Okay.
Yummy.
Did we actually eat? Because I don't think I've eaten yet. Like this.
No, you haven't.
Okay. Could we have some of this meat you're preparing?
Well, you'd have to order from my wife.
Okay. Of course.
You just go back to the cook and just go like, "Hello, excuse me, can I order something?"
Just bypass the bartender and the service
What world are you from, good cleric?
Maybe you're not from the same world. That's a good question. You might be from completely different realities. No one has ever asked this question.
We didn't think about that.
Actually, yeah. That's a big brain. You actually haven't verified this yet. Are you from the same reality?
How would we verify that?
I don't know. You just have to ask common questions, like what's the sky like in your world? It's
what
blue.
colour's the sky?
Yeah, I'll ask it. Like, so my dear halfling friends,
Yes.
how is the sky like in your country?
Well,
What's the sky like?
Blazing bright blue.
there's a sun there and there's a moon.
And where were you born? In which city?
Oh, now you're asking
Born in the
questions I don't know. I don't remember.
Well, I was adopted, so I don't know where I was born.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Where did you live then, my dear
Yeah,
friend?
have you gotten out the? Are you just like walking into the bar naked? Not naked, fucking wet and naked.
Nah, I'm just screaming it at like. You got me out the well. I couldn't get out the well. I was stuck.
You
No,
walk
like
in
legitimately,
and
I
you're
managed
wet.
to like. The well is like a wall
Yeah,
detection, so I somehow
is a
managed
wall.
to
So you
click
somehow
into
managed to
it.
get over it.
I
Yeah,
dragged
but
you
I
over.
couldn't get
I
back
dragged you
out.
over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm
You're
here.
just wet.
I'm
Danica looks
soaking
at you and just
wet.
goes like, "Excuse me, like why are you soaked?"
Honestly, that's a bit offensive. I would really appreciate it if you didn't bring it up again.
I suppose
You saw
so.
nothing outside. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh.
Danica will remember this.
Oh, no. But yeah, no.
I can
Who
just
needs a
stand on
birthplace?
people?
Oh, well, yeah. I mean,
Can you stop? Don't.
Whoa.
Oh!
whoa.
You just flung me. Oh. Stop!
I'm gonna.
They're after me.
Danica,
Yes.
where's the temple in this town?
I believe it's just further west from here. Just
Okay,
past the
well-
crossroads.
If anyone's looking for me, or if any of you guys need me, I'll be there.
I'll join you for prayers.
Hey Bard,
Do
can you
want
play a
people are
song?
going to the thing.
Yes. Must go to the place of prayer.
Okay. Well, then what I'll do is.
Are we going to the temple? I'm gonna join.
Does everyone want to go to the temple, or is it just these guys who want to go to the temple?
I mean,
I could be interested in the temple.
I am.
I've shit sometimes. I need an exorcism.
Okay.
I drank my second mug and I'm drunk and I want to go out and have some fresh air, so I'm joining the temple.
Everyone's
adventure.
going to the temple.
Yeah.
I
To
saw some
Saint
weird
Andrew.
shit in the well, guys. I don't want to talk about it.
Did you say the whole thing about needing an exorcism out loud?
yes, she did.
I saw some. I you know what? It's some things you just think in your mind a lot of the time, and then you see certain stuff in a well, and it solidifies that fear.
Yeah. To be
let's
fair,
get the
I mean
fuck out
that
of
might be
here.
that's kind of like a partial lie, Georgia.
I'm not lying.
Yeah. Anyway, Georgia, roll deception.
Let's see if it is a lie.
Insight, or is it? Because I have to roll against that, wouldn't I?
You would have to roll
Is it
against that.
normal?
Yeah, normal.
Oh well.
That was a. You can tell that Quetzal
So
is
she
like.
is. So it's not just like, oh, it's a joke. It's.
She tried to pass it off as a joke, and you can tell that it's probably not. She didn't do it very well. She didn't pass it off as a joke very well.
It's all fine. It's not deep. Let's just get the exorcism. Okay.
Let's go exercise.
About it.
Let's go get some exercise.
Yeah, exercise. That's what I said.
Anyway, after you end up going over to St. Andrew's, looks pretty good to be fair. Oh, not necessarily this time of day, of course, but you'll see when you get there. It's a little bit muddy around here, to be fair, because it's more so off the actual path itself, a little ways off. Not cobbled, yeah. The main road itself is cobbled, but it takes like an extra 5 minutes or so to walk off the main road to here.
Can everyone just stop talking so loudly? It's just like I can hear my kind just like chatting loudly in the background.
Oh yeah, all of those guys. It's a lot of crows to be fair, and you can hear some crows. You can't, not in this one, but like in general, you can hear a lot of crows like amongst the birds chirping.
They are saying some shit about this place.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Wait, you were crow-like, right?
Yeah. I can hear what all the burbs are saying. Yeah.
Are they saying anything interesting?
Not really. It's they're saying, "Oh, here we go again under the reign of Strahd."
Under the rain. They shake a metaphorical fist up into the sky.
God damn him.
Hold on a second then. Yeah. I'm just gonna I'm gonna say hi, but in as a crow.
Okay. What?
And just look at her.
Okay.
Because I can communicate.
Give me your best crow hi. Give me your best crow hi. For like.
So do you guys see anything?
Squawking it. There you go.
You get into a proper conversation, just in crow.
I can't understand. I can't understand what you're saying back. I just know. I know how to say it, but not how to understand it back.
Okay.
I only see leaves. Is that normal?
Yeah, me same.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I shared it in the.
Try going to Barovia map and back.
I did that.
Then I will load a different one. We'll just move on from this. Whoops.
I don't own any token with vision in this scene or something.
Oh, okay. That's
the same for me. I only saw a leaf effect.
Yeah,
what
then in that case, that was just a misclick.
Appointment did we make with Soldar?
Tomorrow at noon.
Noon. Okay.
In the northern gate. Anyway, let me have a look.
I'm getting a background.
Yeah, I need to move you into this one very quickly.
Oh, yeah.
I need to get
we've got our pal.
Yeah, I just need a token as well.
Ah, okay.
One more.
There we go. Nice.
Wow, this is awfully glooming, this temple.
Oh.
I don't know if you've noticed where we are, but we're in a gloomy place.
Okay, I guess we're going in.
Do you guys hear background? Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
it's kind of off-putting.
You can turn it down.
Yeah. You can go to the music icon over there and change all of the settings.
Fine, but I want to hear what you say.
What was it though? Is it?
It's just mumbling. It's supposed to be mumbling.
Oh, it's just mumbling. Okay.
Alright, ceremony, whatever.
Yeah. To be fair, I might actually turn that down to be fair because I'm going to be doing most of it.
Can I just note that as soon as I walk into this place, I'm instantly overcome with the equivalent of the sweats on a bird.
Okay, sure.
It's my feathers are just ruffling up, puffing out a bit.
Wait, you were not joking about the exorcism?
I just don't feel right in here.
In any case, you start walking through the front door, and when you do, get back here, fucking door. Slow down a little bit.
I'm a very curious person, okay?
There's one woman at the front who's just she's holding like a little a thing in her hands, just asking, just like, "Oh, would you like to pay some tithe?"
Of course, I
Excuse
put
me?
a gold piece in there.
Okay, thank you very much.
And I'm gonna put, I'm gonna like cut, like put her hand like in between my two hands. Saying,
Okay, so,
like bless you, like you're doing good
yes,
work.
thank you, and bless you in the name of the morning Lord. Let His light shine upon you.
Thank you. And I, whatever, like step back.
Oh, I guess you start walking forward like pretty quickly, like afterwards. Does anyone else pay tithe?
I'm broke.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
I also pay 1 gold.
Okay.
Well,
Make sure to remember to be taking this out of the inventory when you do.
How do you do that? Sorry.
You can go to your inventory and edit the amount of gold that you should have.
Yeah, it's right at the top. There's like platinum, gold, electrum.
And it goes up in tens. So 10 gold, 10 silver.
But like according to my background story, it says I have gold, but when I look at my inventory, I have no gold.
Then it was probably not added to your inventory automatically. Just
Yeah.
do some math and figure out how much you should have right now.
Yeah.
I'll trust you on it. It doesn't really matter as long as as long as it's less than what you started with. It'll probably be fine.
I don't really understand this. Like, how do I see my background and stuff?
That background part was, I think, it was added on D&D Beyond. I don't know exactly where it is on on this thing in the import.
Okay.
But either way, I think they both have practice somehow.
Can I talk to this Wilhelmina?
To Wilhelmina, yeah.
Hello, miss. Could you tell me something about this morning lord of yours? I'm a priest myself, and I was just wondering what you could tell me about him.
Oh, well, the morning lord is the patron saint of patron lord of our humble Barovia. He has unfortunately not been as powerful in the reign of Strahd, but we worship him nonetheless, so that when one day he will come back
I'm just gonna
and
look
save
around,
us.
like.
Yes.
Oh
shit! Fuck, devil! The devil! No, yeah, my bad. She says the devil.
Okay. I was like, don't want to get arrested.
That's something that needs to get handled.
It's another game of life.
Yeah, pretty much.
And do you worship any other gods, dear miss?
No, this is the patron. This is the lord of the valley, as far as I can tell. No, well, we are there. There were some other very old patron sort of like lords and gods of the valley, but those have not been in a part of our religion for many centuries. I don't even remember very much about them. To be fair, you might be able to find more information at the library, but.
You never worshipped the Lord of Tyr, Lord of Justice?
Well, no, I'm sorry. All that my mother ever told me was about the Morning Lord.
Yeah, intriguing.
Are you able to communicate with the Lord?
We have not had any specific communications, I suppose. But well, there's nothing but faith when when you speak of religion, is there not?
Well, I know from previous meetings with people that some gods do talk back.
I suppose so, but regardless, we still have faith in our Lord.
Of course.
I applaud your faith.
Thank you. But if you please, but you can. I believe service is just about ending. But regardless.
Actually, could you? Is there any specific area of this church that you tend to the sick?
We don't have a specific place. No. Unfortunately, we don't really have access to the resources to admit anyone and everyone. In fact, more often than not, we end up burying rather than attending to.
That is Such a shame to hear.
Anyone with particularly bad, no, there is none in right now. Anyone with a particularly bad disease or whatnot tends to be treated in their home more often than not. We have no specific hospital.
Okay. But you have healers, correct?
Yes, Father Lucian will tend to heal them more often than not. Though he has been teaching his son Jeska to take his place one day.
It's good to see that they will continue to help.
Mm-hmm.
Would you mind if we take a look around at your church?
Feel free, as long as you. Like I said, the sermon is just ending, so perhaps just you can either wait a moment, but don't try not to pry, of course.
We'll wait. We don't want to disturb the ceremony.
Okay. If you end up waiting, oh, you want to stealth?
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you want to stealth?
I just want to go in and just hide around the back, but I want to be able to hear properly what the end of the sermon's saying.
So over here.
Hang around in the back, yeah.
Yeah, I just kind of want to.
Well, then give me a stealth to see whether or not anyone notices you. We'll put you over
We've had some pretty bad.
Unfortunately, you might want to do it with disadvantage, considering it's kind of hard. If you're just out in the open, people are bound to notice you because you are not human.
Also, do you wear shoes?
I have very big claws. It's very hard to find.
If it's a stone floor,
the sound of those on them, yeah, it's gonna be
Okay, roll stealth.
Roll stealth with a disadvantage.
Hey, that's not the worst.
Yeah, I am a rogue, so you would hope
that's +5, so it's still a 3.
Okay, that's fair enough.
People do seem to notice you as you walk in, and there's a sort of as you walk forward and to the left. As you do so, the Father Lucian seems to just sort of skip and stop for a moment in his speech, but then quickly he catches himself and continues.
It's probably a bit like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah. But after a little while, after everyone's for about another 5 minutes or so, he just stands up and he puts his hands out and he says, that is the end of the sermon today, brothers and sisters, and please come back tomorrow. At which point he sends everyone away. Actually, also there's a second thing I should be adding in here, as people. Don't know. Specifically, I should be replacing activity.
Is there a sort of an annoyance meter that your character have towards other party members?
An annoyance meter. You can just tell them that you're annoyed, like an ordinary person.
Because I can recognize my character would be quite annoyed by sort of someone disrespecting a ceremony.
No, then go ahead, say it.
You're allowed to.
Yeah.
In general, all inter-party stuff is just roleplay based. So if you want to persuade someone, you just persuade them.
Yeah. Because otherwise,
or anything like that.
It'd be a little bit weird if someone's. I force you to do this because of rolling dice.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, you're a feathery person. I don't think we have formally met yet, and I'm not even sure what your name is. But would you please be so kind to not disturb ceremonies from now on? I would really appreciate this.
I would actually like to say I think you're disturbing it more.
I think he's already left. As you're trying to say something to him, Gryffindor walks away. He's just gone. You're just I would like. Wait, no, he's just.
I take a mental note that this guy isn't my friend. He might be a means to an end, though. So.
Okay. Stop opening doors.
Yeah, sorry.
How is he not being called out? This is pure birdism.
Okay, for a split moment, everyone stops. Everyone moves to the side for the most part as people start filing out.
As everyone leaves, I say, "May the Lord be with you."
Okay.
And look directly at the cleric in front of me who just called me out for being rude. Every time I say it, I'm like, "May the Lord be with you. Have a lovely day." Look at him.
Lots of oh yes, the Lord's blessing with you as well.
Most of them are kind of scared because you're a bird. But everyone just generally starts filing outwards.
May the Lord be with you.
May the Lord be with you.
May the Lord be with you.
But two end up staying out of the group. As they do, they look back and they see, oh, what, Mithrandor. I suppose we were bound to see each other again at some point.
Ugh. You're with that guy. I'm leaving.
Two people walk over, and they were just yeah, they're just in a pair. The woman starts talking like first, and just like, I didn't expect to see you quite so soon, but I suppose the threads of fate tend to be quite fickle, don't they?
Yes, I'm very happy to see you again as well. And also, I'm very pleased that you attend this ceremony. And I'm sorry for my party members who disturbed this lovely celebration. I'll make sure it won't happen again.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's nothing too egregious.
I didn't disturb anything. This man was talking through the ceremony, so.
Can I point out the ceremony was already over when I pointed out your misgrievances? Anyway, I don't want to discuss this matter any further. I don't want to waste my breath talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
sharpen my talons.
In Quetzal's defense, she was trying to be quiet.
This is pure birdism, honestly. He called me you feathered thing.
Give him some slack. It must be hard with talons.
It is. I can't wear shoes.
I'm sure you could get some shoes specially made.
Oh.
You try putting those on.
I think we can let it slide, and I'm sorry if I came across overly aggressive. That was not my intention.
Stay on the carpet next time.
Father Lucian ends up walking down the carpet and to the group, and says like, "Oh yes, I'm sorry, Irina and Mark. You had to. I suppose it wasn't particularly didn't want to put off the sermon itself before I talked to you." And the pair look up and they're like, it's no mind. It's not that time sensitive. And Father Lucian says, "Well, I didn't expect to see even more visitors today. But Irina and Ismark here were just they wanted to talk to me about something. I think it was something along that lines of a safe haven." The pair turn around and say like, "Yes, we were wondering if we could spend some time because you since you knew my father, I just it might be possible we could stay in the church for an extended time." Father Lucian says like, "Yes, yes, I did know your father, but it was a shame what happened to him. But and I wouldn't say no to someone such as you. You are fine. The both of you are fine to stay. You will unfortunately have to share a room, of course, but it shouldn't be too not that bad." The pair they sort of nod their head and just kind of like, "Yeah, I think that's fine." They turn back to the group and it's just like, I haven't heard any of your names, but I wish you all the best. Me and my sister here we've been on a long journey, so I think we're just going to go and get some rest.
Father Lucian, would it be okay if I also stay in this church? I would feel more at ease here than in the Blue Inn.
Oh, I suppose so, but we got Shack
with the nest.
I'm
already running out of spaces as it is.
Okay, no problem.
Unfortunately,
apparently someone built a nest which I can join. So
I don't think you're welcome in that nest, though.
Always welcome in my nest. It's alright. It's plenty big enough. There were some big planks of wood.
I've got some. No, I'm not gonna.
Father, once they've left, Father Lucian turns to Mithrandor and says, like, you were the person who escorted them here, weren't you?
I think we escorted each other, but yes, they were my companions.
Well, regardless, I don't know if they've informed you about their situation, but do you mind just in future just keeping an eye on them? I won't go into too much in terms of details because I know it's not my place to say, but those two have been through quite a lot, and I think they may need a helping hand in the future as well.
I've heard bits and pieces, and they seem like kindred spirits and good and nice people. So I will do what I can to.
Well, with their father passing away as well, it's just what a horrid thing. Regardless, why is it the rest of you are here? I actually haven't even heard any of your names.
Quetzal.
Quetzal, Baron. Yeah, you can all
I'm
just say
sorry.
like.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I startled you earlier.
Yes, I have to say I've not seen one of your kind around. I would also say that I have not seen one of your kind around as well, Baron.
Well, I am quite different from the others of my species. I am a furbolg. You may know them. I'm not sure.
Well, not specifics. I think we've had a few. I've read a few books possibly about your species, but nothing in detail.
Well, that's just the way my people are. You know, solitary. They tend to stick to the woods.
Well, yes.
Are you finishing for the night, or have time to talk?
Yes. Well, I was just about to head to bed, but it's fine. We can talk a little bit longer. That is my job after all. Yaska, and he calls there's like a kid over in the corner who runs over and says like, yes, father. It's like, just do you please mind, and you are going to have to actually no, I'm running out of space, aren't I? Yes, you can take the room for the night. I will I can settle it out around here, and it should be fine. And so like, and he sort of looks around and says, "Oh, okay then." He just sort of takes it for it is, and then heads off.
Just before he heads off, I'm just gonna like say like, oh, how's your your healing coming along then?
Oh well, father says that I'll be quite the healer when I'm older, but I'm still struggling in terms of the magical side of things.
Just keep practicing; it'll come eventually. Don't worry.
Oh yes, thank you, sir. And he can't really look you in the eye for the most part, but then again, it seems like he's the sort of kid that doesn't really look anyone in the eye.
And I just give him a polite nod,
and
then turn back to his father.
So yeah, he's a good kid. That one.
I'm sure he is.
Father Lucian, can I ask you a question which is quite direct? Could you tell us something more about the Mad Mage?
The Mad Mage? Well, I haven't heard very much about him, I would have to say. I've heard he has encountered a few people, like in his travels. He very rarely tends to be friendly when they first meet them. Most of the time, they do tend to get away, but he's quite hostile about them going too much further up the mountain itself, Mount Baratok.
Okay, because we were thinking of going to him, and we were wondering how hostile it would be towards us.
Well, I can't say for the exacts, but I would recommend that you keep your wits about you. You are you? Is there a reason you're going to him? Are you trying to cause him harm, or?
Well, he intervened during our travels here. Let's say we fell from above the lake, and a stag with glowing like runes saved our companion here, and I just gesture over to the halfling.
Oh, okay then. Well, that does seem something that the bad mage would be capable of. I don't know for in terms of true specifics, but again, I keep my wits about you. I have heard a few people talk about sort of something that seems to be inconsistent depending on who you're talking to. Some kind of mansion up there. It's very weird in terms of specifics. Most people who've encountered him tend to come back to me for confessions. They say that they like the horrible thing tends to stick in their mind for quite an extended period of time. But it depends on the person. Most people say that they've never seen a mansion up there at all. That their mad mage doesn't even exist. It's a bit of an odd person in general. You have my you have my blessing. I hope that you manage to you come back safe. But please try not to push it too hard. I'm sure the old man himself is if he gets too rowdy, please don't try to like push him. He can be quite dangerous after all.
We mean him no harm. And thank you for your blessing.
Hopefully he will take that in its stride. Anyway, is there anything else that you want to talk about, or? Well,
Can I get
in that,
please,
excuse me, what was that?
Hi, sir. I was just wondering, perchance, I'm sorry to bother you, if you could fill up my holy water flask, please?
Your holy water flask.
Yeah. I've run out, and I would like some more, please.
Well, we don't exactly have holy water around here.
I've just got
I suppose I might be able to bless it. And...
If possible, could you bless? For my canteen of water that I got from the well, would you be able to bless it, please?
Okay, that's fair enough. That seems fine. he asked for the canteen of water. I guess you hand it to him, and he holds it for a moment. He pulls out his holy symbol. He like says a prayer for like a good 30 seconds. Does some movements like as he does it, until eventually he and then he hands it back to you and just says, as much as my power is capable of it, that water should be blessed.
Thank you very much, kind sir. This is very helpful. I like to keep it on me at all times.
Okay, well, that's no worry, my child.
Lovely. You always got to make sure your refillables are. As I say that, I'm leaving. And I as I get. Oh no, my computer don't like that.
Oh.
As I get down to the lady at the front, I'm like, I apologize, for having no money.
Oh, sorry. It's just simply tithe. It's all optional.
10% of whatever you have, innit?
Oh, Levy has ran out and is going like, oh, look, a graveyard.
Well, Lucian, would it be okay if I stay a bit longer and do some prayers on my own?
That seems perfectly fine.
Thank you.
I overhear that and go, what a weirdo.
Fucking weirdo.
And the lady hears it and looks at me like...
She like narrows her eyes, just like, I got my eyes on you.
I'm just gonna let... I'm gonna let him know the same thing that I let the lady know at the door, just that, you know, if they ever need any help with healing or anything of that kind.
Well, hopefully it will never come to that, of course. But I will make you aware of it if we ever do need you. And you should, and the same for you. If you ever need help with some disease or another, I can do my best to at least give you some medical treatment.
What time is it now?
It's probably getting to the point where it's saying something.
Because I need to take a piss. I'm going out behind the church.
Let's get back to the inn. Fresh for our meeting with Soldar.
I think we can do a bit of a time skip at this point. Let's say that.
Let's pay and then
going to my nest. You don't have to pay for my head.
Is it 5 silver for a night? Was it
5 silver for a night?
All right.
2 gold for 5.
I'll mark down.
Yeah, I'm just gonna mark down the 5 silver. Does anyone else? You're in your bird nest, aren't you? So.
Yeah, I'm birding it up.
Oh. What time skip it?
Paying for like.
The guide said that it was the 2 gold was for food as well, right?
Yes.
Okay.
He'll provide, well, as in he'll be bringing some food and he'll be catching food.
So we don't need extra provisions or anything.
No, you don't.
Can I just sort of stay in the church and pray all night and don't sleep?
If you don't sleep, you will be gaining a level of exhaustion, which will make it harder tomorrow.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Okay.
Once again, I sense that he's doing weird shit.
I can sense that. In that case, we will skip to tomorrow.
Yeah.
A level of exhaustion. I don't know if you can put this on your sheet easily.
Can I, or?
I think it's enough.
Give me a second.
It's only for one day, right?
Well, it's until you next rest. It goes down by 1.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's okay.
Whilst we sleep,
a level of exhaustion, I will say, will it will make it so you have disadvantage on any ability check, which means
I mean, I have no armor. I have no armor either, so I'm kind of useless.
Oh yeah, I mean, it is worth noting we never got the paladin armor.
It's okay.
We'll deal with it.
I'll manage. I can still heal in the background. It's all good.
But yeah, an ability check is like, if you ever need to roll for strength or like roll for it, like you have a disadvantage on it.
I'll cope.
Anyway, cool.
Yep. Next day.
Next day, woo. So you have a thing.
What kind of breakfast are we getting?
That is the question. Honestly,
is it wolf?
What would you get?
Wolf stew?
Just something basic.
You've got an option of you got three options. One of which is a sort of mushroom like stew with wolf meat mixed in. The other one is like pheasant and stuff like that. Some sort of like bird, less expensive than pheasant for the most part, cooked up with some root vegetables. And the last one is very like sort of more thin, but there's nothing like actually in it. Basically, sort of broth stew.
Whoa, hello.
Like a vegetable one.
I'd say don't let Quasel see the bird.
There's a bird.
There's a dead bird.
Oh!
You monster!
My child!
It's not a crow. Don't worry.
My kin! How have they done this to you? You're not eating, are you?
I say a short little like prayer, and then I eat some of the pheasant.
In front of the, she goes like, "You're not gonna eat anything," and you immediately start eating it.
Birds flipping out at the back of the temple.
Oh, you're not in the temple. You're at the inn.
Oh.
Yeah, we're in the inn.
Well, I'm flapping about in the inn, freaking out. Can I knock over a glass in anger?
Can I knock over a glass in anger? You're gonna have to clean it up. As long as you're willing to clean up the glass afterwards, then yes, you can knock over the glass in anger.
I'm sorry, Quasel, but would you rather it be thrown away?
I would
the deed
rather
is already done.
I would much rather it be buried.
Well,
give him back to the
later. That's right, I don't say that. That's not my character.
You do say it, and I heard you.
Somewhat more. Yes, you do say it. You do. You do morbid humor. That's what happens.
Fine.
I love you. I'll bury it later.
Going back in the well.
Oh god. Anyway, regardless, it's the next day. Everyone's been eating. You move off to. Are you just going to immediately move off, or are you doing anything else before you leave?
I don't think there's anything else we need to do, really.
There's nothing else you need to do.
I say we go and meet him.
Well, guys, you need your weapons.
To be fair, we're getting to the point where we're about to hit our cut-off point.
We still have our weapons. It's just that
you all have your
guy weapons. Just wanted to know what
register. Okay, that's true. I thought it was you have to get them as well. It's just register.
We can say. Do you want to very quickly? At the same time, you also went and registered your weapons, or it's already been done. So that's all fine.
I was gonna say I sort of
Mithrin Draw has already registered weapons, but again, doesn't have any armor.
What happened to the armor?
Well, he didn't have it on when he got teleported. I asked, we were talking about it, and I was like, well, I just sort of assumed you had your armor on because I didn't want to be mean about it. And he was like, well, technically I didn't have it on though, so I was like, you know what, fine, sure. If you don't want your armor, you don't.
You're just. That's quite funny that like we didn't even question it. It's just some guy in just like clothes came and was like, "I'm a paladin, by the way."
That's what I told you about. Yeah.
He's just like
he has his holy symbol and stuff like that.
Of course, yeah, exactly. I still have it with me. And also, like, I still was carrying my sword because I never registered it because nobody explained the rules to me. So
well, we're just gonna say that's been done to move on.
I would have thought that the team we with would have.
But that does mean he has 10 AC. So.
Man, stay behind me. Don't worry. I got 13.
Anyway.
AC.
Armor class.
Armor class. How easy you are to hit. The higher the number, the harder you are to hit.
Someone has to roll to meet you. Yeah, 13. You're hard to hit. Well, not hard. Like, it's kind of easy.
I'm a bird. You got to get through like 20 layers of feathers.
Yeah, true.
And that leather armor you're wearing.
Oh, that too, I guess.
To be fair, I think it's mainly. Did you have leather armor? Because you should have armor. I can't remember what type of armor you had.
It should be like.
Yeah, it's not. It's not currently equipped. That's why. There we go. You're on 14 armor class, not 13.
Yeah, mine doesn't say that I have equipment on. I only see my weapons.
That is because that's how barbarians work. They have unarmored defense. They don't. As long as you're not wearing any armor, your AC goes up with your dexterity and constitution.
Nice.
Which makes,
so you're tanking with the force of your biceps.
Yep.
Ooh.
My fury.
Scar tissue and shit.
My rage.
Absorb it.
Anyway, when it comes down to it, we are. It took us a little long to get through this than I was expecting. So I was expecting to be moving on. Yeah. So and also because of the fact we did start a little later. Do we want to stop here because it's really just going to be like you get over the river and goes on.
Yeah, maybe that's a good idea.
If nothing's going to happen, then like starting it with us on the other side of the lake might be.
Yeah, at this point we can just say that you have. Well, because I don't want. There's no point going through the whole rigmarole of it all. At this, you do end up meeting what's his name, Soldar, at the boat, and then he puts you in the boat and you start heading off. I don't know exactly. We won't know exactly what happens necessarily on the water, but at least for now, you.
We'll just start next week.
We'll continue next week.
Yeah, on the boat. Yeah.
Are we doing? Are we going back to being Thursdays?
Not yet. So it won't be next week, but the week after next.
Okay.
Well, I guess it depends because this is a pretty big gap because Monday. I guess we'll talk about it now. When would you be fine with doing it next? Not this week, of course, and I would prefer on Thursdays, or like if we tried to keep it to a more regular schedule. Do you guys want to start next week or the week after next?
I don't feel like there's a difference of an extra.
Next week
we're doing this bi-weekly because I thought it was like on a weekly basis, but.
Well, I don't know. It really is dependent on everyone here and how often you think you're capable of doing it.
Next week is tricky for me because I have the late shift, so I'll be home at like 10.
So it won't be. It won't be next week. Cool.
That's fine.
Then
The
we'll
following
probably
week.
All my weeks look pretty much the same. So like after, like 7 and then in the evenings after 7.
Okay.
It's fine for me.
We won't do it next week because of late shift then. Levy.
So the week of the 30th, I'm pretty much fine with anything except Wednesday, of course, since it's raid time.
So yeah, wait. Did you say Thursday was still good?
Yeah, we could do.
Thursday is still good. Yeah.
There are some holidays. I think maybe that's
So
next
June the
week.
2nd.
Yeah, June should be fine for me.
June the 2nd is the next bi-weekly Thursday.
Yeah.
Is June the 2nd good for everyone?
That's good for me. Yeah.
I think so. Yes.
It should be.
Let's just put it on. If you're not sure, let's just put it on there, and if you see that it doesn't work, we'll just rewatch the situation.
Yeah, I'd prefer. Basically, the only caveat when it comes to like timings and stuff like that is if you know you can make Thursday, or if you know you can't make Thursday, I'd prefer you said sooner rather than later, so we know sooner rather than later. That's the only thing I prefer. Like, if you do end up saying, like, I just can't make that date, the sooner you say it, the easier it is going to be on everyone else to, like, move it around.
June 2nd should be all good. Only thing
June
that
2nd.
happens on June 2nd is my girlfriend has her birthday, but she's in another country, so can't really celebrate anyway.
Okay, that's...
D&D is more important.
Easily.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Wait,
She
so
will
Storm,
understand.
is June 2nd good for you?
No, it should be possible, but I don't have my calendar with me right now, but I will check it after and then I will let you know, but should be okay.
Okay, cool. June 2nd it is then.
Yep.
Alright, boys, I'm off to work. See you later.
See ya.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Alright, good one. Now we have a lot of intel on stuff around here.
Yeah, I was. It's a little bit unfortunate we ended at start because I wanted to be like either over the river or on a journey, depending on which one you started on. But that's fine.
Yeah, sorry I was late. I really
right.
didn't think I would sleep for 3 hours.
It happens, honestly. It's just unfortunate. It's like the roll of the dice, you know. You just roll on that one.
I've never related to something more in my life.
Yeah. Well, so, I mean, that was sort of like the first session where we're all together.
True.
It's like, you know, ham it up a bit, you know.
Yeah, and also Georgia. I mean, just like
like you're saying, I don't actually hate you.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Well, no fucking shit. Like,
no, I just wanted to make it
you
clear.
think because you told my bird they can't stand that means you hate me in my life? Oh my god.
So much
Imagine.
birdism here.
So much
It's so much birdism.
We've got a paladin who hates the bird, and the bird who hates the paladin. We've got the paladin who wants the halfling to get him to like him because he didn't.
Yeah, and it's working.
I'm not sure if it's mutual, but
You came in strong filled, let's put it that way.
We also have the bird and the mushroom man, where the bird is just like, "Why did you eat my brethren?" And the mushroom's like, "I don't know, man. Man gotta eat."
Do you know what's like more horrifying is the fact that like you can speak to them before.
That's true, actually.
So like it's like you can physically be like, "Don't worry, this is only gonna hurt for a second," and they can be like, "I have a wife and kids," and you're just like,
I can go. This won't hurt much. That's it.
He doesn't hear them back. That's the thing. He can talk to them and they can understand him, but he can't understand back.
If I went up to
someone who spent a long time stroking a bit of bramble, you would have thought you'd have a bit more consideration for the bird.
I can't talk to dead birds.
That would be fucking impressive, to be fair.
Well, I mean, who knows? Later on, maybe I can.
Besides, like,
could come in handy.
Mushroom Man is all about, like, you know, the way of nature. It's the cycle of life. Like, if they end up dying, that's just the process that happens, right? People got
their body then goes on to create other life.
Yeah, and to fill my stomach.
But, you know, I probably wouldn't end up killing a bird, generally speaking.
Just once he's already dead, it's, you know.
Yeah, someone's already cooked it.
Don't you guys
Yeah, like, imagine if I just like ripped up a load of shrooms from the floor and just started like
as long as they're not
grinding them up and snorting them. Like, you'd be like, "Dear God, make it stop."
Why would you ground them up and snort?
Me?
Because it's like the most offensive thing I think you could do.
So long as you're not eating Ben, I think it's all good.
It's not my mushroom colony, therefore I don't really give it. If anything, you're just removing competition. So.
I mean, I have been eyeballing your mushrooms.
So, Ben, your Fullborg could turn into a mushroom. That's to your backstory, right? Or
I'm a furbolg who had a chronic illness that was gonna kill him, and then the only way to fix it or stop me from dying was to introduce a mushroom colony that I am symbiosis with. So,
okay.
I'm like part mushroom, part furbolg guy.
How the hell did you come up with this? Is this like a standard thing or just something you entirely invented?
I think he got it from Warhammer Universe.
Well, not really. No, it's sort of just like, I don't know.
Oh, well, it's inspired from that, but like
it was inspired, but then as we were talking about it, it just turned into its own thing.
It happened, yeah. That's what happens with the D&D character. You talk to someone else about it, and they come up with, "Oh, it's like this." It's just like, I didn't mean it like that, but that's fucking cool.
Yeah. Because I like the idea of a Circle of Spores druid, and I was just thinking about how it would work, because like otherwise you're just like, oh yeah, you know, I just really like mushrooms.
Like, why do you really like mushrooms? It's because I'm mushrooms literally keep me alive.
They're stopping me from dying.
Which means he's all about like you know, it doesn't matter like if it's technically killing you or whatever, you can live living despite the odds, right?
Yeah. Survival of the first.
good way to talk, Judd, because otherwise my character would be even more of a prick. So.
Oh yeah. We dodged a bullet with that one, guys.
Was it classic judgment paladin?
Yeah, but like
doing a bad thing, chop your head off.
Judgment paladin.
I asked him the question. I was just like, so if you saw someone, for instance, maybe just steal something, it was a kid. A kid steals some food off of a merchant. You can tell that the kid is poor, but he shouldn't have done it. But like he looks poor. What would you do? Just like, I'd punish him. How would you punish him? I'd chop off his hands. And I was just like, I can see that coming a mile away.
It's only natural.
Seems fair. I mean,
It's like, I can't remember. Were you the DM for that group, Jude, where David was a paladin and Jamie was a rogue?
I don't think so. No.
Oh, I think it was.
Actually, no. Actually, I think it might have been.
It was immediately like, oh, we walk into a tavern. Jamie robbed something. David just tackled him out the door and started.
Exactly. Yeah, I was there. He was a dragon. He was a dragon, wasn't he?
Oh yeah. He just rugby tackled this guy.
And they just had a fucking fight.
Brawl outside this tavern because pint of beer or something.
So I'm actually being nice to you people. That's what I'm getting here. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Could be worse.
I mean, it's a bit easier when you're doing a campaign like this, where it's like, oh, you sort of just have to get along with the people that you're with, because
they're
the only people that have any sort of like people you can relate to.
Well, no, actually, no. You can still hate other people in the party and make it clear, but you just work together despite that.
Yeah, because you both got the same goal of like, okay, we've got to get
exactly.
home.
But that's why I asked. But I think what Larry said sort of kind of makes sense. Like I don't really have a choice in sort of coming with you, even though I'm not entirely pleased with the situation, but it's not like I have any other option.
And you can make that vocal. You just need to make sure you're like.
Yeah, but I think I've made that vocal. I mean,
you definitely made
always kind of annoyed and stuff. So.
Maybe that's why we connect so good, because I'm also very annoyed and pissed off at everything.
We've got two annoyed people in the corner just going, I don't want to be here.
What's Quazel's sort of outlook on what's happening right now?
That's the best. How's the bird looking at things?
The bird's just like, honestly, like the bird's a bit confused, but also so intrigued by so many things that it's kind of like almost not in a hurry to leave.
Ooh,
do you know?
Okay, interesting.
Like it's not that I don't want to get back. It's just that if given the option between staying and leaving, or having the ability to travel between, I would probably be able to take it and come back and do weird shit in wells, because honestly,
there's so many wells in this world. I gotta find them all.
This is the most interesting thing that's happened to you in a while, and you're just like, I want to savor it.
Yeah, you know, it's like
just living life.
I'm just
living
life.
Where if you're living life in a weird, like fucking like sectioned off area.
Into it properly, like it feels like it's part of me, you know. Like something feels like right about this place in a very weird way, but I don't know why.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Got it. You're a vampire.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say that as well.
I am not a vampire.
A vampire bird.
Open your beak. Open your beak.
Why you open it? They're two little tiny
Don't move me.
No wonder you can smile. You're not a real bird. You're just a vampire.
Judd, could you also like add the player names of Ben and Georgia, because I sort of keep kind of forgetting them.
What their player names?
Yeah. On the.
To be honest,
bottom left.
On the bottom left. Oh,
yeah,
it's just like Fubs, Cypher, Mifrander, but
can I do that?
I keep forgetting Ben's name, so.
What the fuck do I do that?
Yeah, I was looking in like I was looking at the chat for the most part.
You can right-click your portraits. Maybe that's it. Represented actor and then token name. That should be it, right? I'm just gonna try and do this.
Oh, right, okay. If
you
right-click on your name at the bottom,
nothing.
configuration, and then it's whenever you join, you select a character.
Okay.
I just hadn't selected one because there's a couple because I got my wild shape as well.
Yeah, that's fine. Georgia.
So this is like,
Georgia isn't on. She'll do it next time.
Yeah. It's when you join, you have to like say, oh yeah, save configuration.
And say like, yo, this is me.
Yeah, you can just select it and it'll...
Oh, you can also activate so you see the name when you hover above it. So if you hover above mine now, you see my name.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, I can forget that. I can make that change.
If you right click and then the cog wheel, you get the display name.
Oh, yeah, when hovered.
Hovered by everyone, I took on mine.
Wait a second. I never use. Yeah. When.
That it's in tokens.
Dude, my token's hostile.
I think what I can do is I can go there. Yeah.
I like how it's Ben's character.
And this character
I'm not
exactly.
even named Baron. I'll change it up.
So your character Varen is also like, is he happy to be here, or also like just angry and annoyed just when he gets home, or like in between?
It's like, honestly, like, don't really have a home because of like being a furbolg. It's mainly just like a forest that I take care of. But then, you know, if I'm here, then it's sort of like, oh, there must be a reason for me being here. It's not just random.
Yeah.
Not a lot of random things that happen in the world that I've found.
I'm annoyed that you don't have the choice, but not that.
A little bit like, oh, this is just different. What am I like, you know, just trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do here, and slowly piecing together the fact that I think my reason for being here is to kill Rod.
By the way, I'll give you a little bit of information as to how this system sort of works. If you open up your character sheet, you will see at the very top right where it says prototype token. What that basically means is, anything you change here, if you create a new token, it will inherit this. If you edit the token inside of the game, you're editing just that token.
Just that one token.
So if you pulled your thing out, it wouldn't have. It was like, oh, what? This doesn't have the hover thing. I just changed it on everyone. Don't worry. But nice. Also, I need to quickly change Mithrandel's prototype token as well because.
Okay, nice. I think I'm gonna try to get something to eat, if it's still possible.
Yeah, I'm gonna run to the shop.
Seems good to me. There we go. That actually has like a border.
Yo, Jude, do you want to come to the shop with me?
Do I want to go to the shop with you?
Yeah.
Well, I'd be going to not.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be spa. It would be co-op thing.
Oh, what?
I don't want to go spa because like I need some more food, and they have, I just want some ready meals right now to make it easy. They have shit.
Also, no, I'm not gonna lie. The food in spa is horrifying.
Guys, see you later. Thank you so much.
See ya.
See ya, man.
Bye.
Alright. Good sessions.
See ya.
Yeah, see you guys.
It's great. Yeah. See ya.
Have a nice night. Bye.
Good night.
You too. Bye.